Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
It might not be as bad as everyone thinks.
Hi, I'm June Allison. Notice you haven't seen me in movies for a long time. That's because I always wet my pants. Remember my love scene with Jimmy Stewart in that Monty Stratton picture? I was soaked. Do you know Gene Kelly's famous dance and Singing in the Rain? That wasn't rain, that was me. But I'm back, thanks to Deep End adult diapers. They're so absorbent, it's like having 2 rolls of toilet paper in your back pocket. Oh, and each diaper has colorful pictures of the great stars of the 40s. Fred Astaire, Donald O'Connor, and there's me. June Allison. I still wet my pants, but thanks to Deep End, I'm working again.
You're a bastard.
Okay, it's 10:06 at WIOD. That is a little preview of the kind of day it's going to be.
I see.
It's going to be great, okay, because I'm not pulling any punches today. You know, we had the holiday on Monday, and I was sick as a dog. And then yesterday we had the air was still out, and the audience was celebrating Monday all over again.
Oh, yeah. Awful.
And today I hear the rumor through the grapevine is all the big shots in the building got their golfing shirts on today. So it's going to be well, they didn't have a long enough holiday weekend, okay? I mean, let's face it, 3.5 days it doesn't do the job.
Now, do you think if the AC was off in the bureaucrats part of the building, it would have been 2 days to get it fixed? Do you really
2
think?
minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
Anyway, how about those Cubs? Boy, I don't think I'm going to make it to the All-Star break. I just don't think. I mean, they win it 3-2, and they have to bring in Mitch Williams at the end of the game. I can't take him, you know. He always gets the job done, or usually, but boy, he just makes it exciting, okay? We got an old bag, and then the Mets. How about you Met fans out there? It was close. There was only 10-3. They lost to the Giants last night.
Did they?
And then I made the mistake. I was fishing. I couldn't sleep because, well, you know, the pressure of the game. You pace the floor. And so I'm pacing the floor, and I turned on the Canadian. In Montreal, all I could get was the French telecast, which doesn't come in all that good on Anik 1 on the Canadian satellite, which is a very weak satellite. Comes in okay. And I was watching it, and I turned it on just in time. The Dodgers were ahead 4-1 in the 9th inning, and Montreal scored 4 runs. That Dodger bullpen, they couldn't get me out, okay? And so it just didn't work out. But anyway, Cubs are 2 ahead, but I have a feeling they're 3.5 ahead of the Mets.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this clear. Now, you are up to all hours of the night watching a baseball game
and
in
the Cardinals
French?
Lost, too, in French, yeah.
Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the true definition of a sports nut. In French.
Wait a minute, we got a very important call. Hello.
Go to hell, you bastard.
Okay,
That's her, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it sounds like
she's
her.
more like...
You're a bastard.
See,
Similar.
It didn't have the same flair. What was all the feedback on that call? Did you notice that? All that... Are we going to have one of those days again?
Oh, boy.
A Rob Lowe spy report? Hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Herman and McBean are negotiating now as we speak to get the video, and they're going to go to some bar one of these days and show it.
Who cares?
I care. I'm a sex, what do you call it? You know, I'm a recovering addict, sex addict.
A pervert, is that what you're trying to say?
You know what this is going to do to the 16-year-old girl population here in South Florida if they show that video?
First of all, they've shown the video. It was on, Murray Pupik showed it on television.
But they're going to
Steve
show
is doing a whole show on it tomorrow.
They're going to show it in its entirely.
It's entirely. So let me tell you, sir, with your IQ and a bottle of Bud, you ought to go a long way, okay? Get out of here.
They're going to show it in its entirely.
Anyway, I must confess, you know, I'm not usually swayed easily, especially by Steve, because generally if he says, you know, especially like with his abortion thing, which is so, when he keeps talking about our freedom of choice, and then he wants to take away women's freedom of choice over their own body, I don't like that. I really don't. I think it's a cop-out, you know, and he makes all these, well, he's decided that life begins at 40 or something. But anyway, the thing with the Blockbuster video, I have really bad feelings about it. Nobody has spoken to me. Don't get the wrong impression, but it's just, I think I got sucked into something that I don't want to be a part of, and I'm going to tell you why. You know, he gave me this poor sob story about how, well, you know, they did it for religious reasons, and they're pontificating to the public, trying to pass their morality along to everybody else. But then we had that call on the bat line from somebody who had spoken to a woman at one of the Blockbuster locations down there, and she said that it was the company-owned stores were the only ones that were doing that, and the individually owned franchises were going to stock at some of them. In other words, it was up to them.
Right.
So they weren't dictating to the other franchises, and the boycott, which is what effect this is with people tearing up their cards, would hurt everybody. You know, if you tear up your Blockbuster card, it isn't just going to hurt, you know, certain stores. You're going to stop doing business with any of them.
Yeah, of course. And
so it reminds me very much of the Exxon thing, which it seems to me that Steve, just like I was knocking at all these idiotic talkos getting on her, you know, cut up your Exxon card, because all that didn't really hurt Exxon. It's just like dropping a tinkle in the ocean.
Yeah.
But that hurts the independent dealer. You know, the service station guy. You know, when people stop buying their gas, it's not going to hurt the company that much. You're not even going to notice it. It's a joke. Yeah. But it seems to me this is the same thing, and I don't think I want to be involved in it. Okay, I really don't. I think it's a mistake. Everybody loves to jump on the bandwagon on these things, and I don't. Like not for me.
I don't like.
So if you cut up your card and you send it to me, don't do it anymore. Okay, because I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Turn them over to the CIA or something. But don't send me. If you want to send your cards, and send them to Steve. Steve loves to do that. He really does. And what kind of cinched it for me today, I looked at the schedule, and again, I'm not trying to interfere with anybody's show, but didn't I predict this?
Absolutely.
Remember when Roger gave me the thing out of the paper a few days ago that this douchebag got fired, which is long overdue. He should never have been on the air in the first place, because he's so far transcended. This guy is such an anti-Semite and such a hate monger that there are no words to describe it. And he wouldn't deny that. He revels in it, okay? Fired conservative Cuban radio commentator Felipe Rivero talks about freedom of speech, the Holocaust, and much more on the Kane Show this afternoon. Didn't I predict that? I find that so reprehensible, I have no words to describe it.
The Holocaust?
I mean, they finally got this guy off the air, you know? They finally got him. Even they had enough sense to get him off the air, and we're going to give him 4 hours of airtime to spew his hate. Oh, sure, he's another one of these, the Holocaust didn't happen.
Oh, no.
Or, one of those. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he's just obsessed.
Oh. Well, you called it. You did.
And I predicted it. I knew the first chance they get him on, they'd put him on the air and give him airtime. I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. But anyway, I'm not having anything to do with the Blockbuster thing, and if everybody wants to have a good time with that, I just don't believe in punishing business people over a nitpick, and that's basically what it is. Like I said, there aren't 15 people in this entire audience of this radio station who give a damn about Last Temptation of Christ. I mean, so it was nominated for an Academy Award. So was Roger Rabbit, okay?
That's true.
I don't want to see either one of them. To me, they both have the same social relevance, okay, because they're both fairy tales, all right? And I just am not going to... I don't like getting sucked into those things. When we first came over here, there was a thing going on with WOLD, remember? Mm-hmm. And it was some thing of, it was about Alice and Sandy. They weren't getting their contracts renewed and all of that. And we got sucked into that whole thing, and then it turned out not to be true.
Let him keep it on his show. How about that?
Exactly. I mean, we don't ask anybody to, come in and eat our food except the newsroom. You know, we do our own lunch, and they can eat their lunch. Is that a good parallel?
Yeah, I like that.
By the way, after the break, I'm going to tell you the real story about the lunch, why there's been a little nervousness in the newsroom. But after the break. Okay. Anyway, I want to tell you, last night, for example, I stayed up till the wee hours of the morning watching the Montreal-Los Angeles game in French from Canadian satellite. Mm-hmm. I saw the Dodger game, or the Mets game, which I guess just about anybody could see was on WOR, but if it would have been on the sports channel, I would have seen that too. Saw the Cubs win over Atlanta on WGN. I didn't have to listen to the imitators in Atlanta. And the bottom line is, so many of the sporting events that you love, you're going to get to see if you have your own... Mm-hmm. Because Dorothy made a comment to me last Friday that she was going to be on vacation this week, and she said, I'm afraid the kids in the newsroom are going to go nuts.
You mentioned that, yeah.
And I said, don't worry about it. They're, just fine. In fact, some of them are really fine. But, so there's a memo up there?
Part of a memo where she says she's going to be on vacation and so forth, and what's going on. Just all it says is, feel free to get food from Neil, but keep socializing to a minimum. That's all.
Well, I don't like that. I think there ought to be a lot of socializing, all depending on who we're talking about. But, of course, Ross is not your type. Anyway, a lot of people talking about that, by the way. You're the talk of the town.
Right.
No, I'm not joking.
What are they
You
talking
are the
about?
Talk of the town.
Oh, come on.
Even Fat Rich was like...
oh, he was
Yes,
not.
he was.
Okay.
I spoke to him last night. He was apoplectic. He was pacing the floor. I bet you even watched some of the Mets game last night. He must really be depressed by now. He was hysterical. He said, boy, what... He said, I thought there was a major announcement coming.
I did not. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, Ross is
Well, there
your type.
isn't.
How about Rob Lowe? Is he your type?
No.
Oh. Because you got a whole bunch of... Well, he's got all this Rob Lowe information here. I thought we'd check it out first.
That has nothing to do with me.
What? Well, it has to do with the movie again that Steve is doing a show on tomorrow. Now, see, that's more like it. The Rob Lowe tape tomorrow. That's more like a show. Yeah. This Felipe Rivero, we need him like hemorrhoids. And of course, I'm sure that within any day now we'll be doing a show with Ellis Rubin and the guy from the Navy. You know, any day that's going to be coming up on a cane. Trust me, you can bet your lungs on it. Even more of a lock than Northern Wolf.
Wow.
All right, now what's the Rob Lowe thing here?
Well, this is the new Star, June 6th Star, and it's got 2 pages of fascinating information about this tape. The headline is The Sexcapades that Rob Lowe filmed in Suite 28.
Now, it's got some pictures there. Can I see the pictures?
Sure.
Because I'm one of those who can only look at pictures now. I stopped reading when I started doing this kind of a show.
That's why I'm reading this to you.
Lowe and Princess Stephanie were hot and heavy. Oh, come on. Will you people stop this already? Would you cut the crap?
Well, let me...
You think you're fooling somebody? This is like Michael Jackson and what's her name? With the fat butt. What's her name? We discussed this last week with the jeans.
Oh, Brooke
Shields, yeah.
This isn't
the same chazara.
No.
Yes, it is. Get out of here. Rob Lowe has a roving eye for a pretty girl such as this beach beauty he met at the Cannes Film Festival just days before the sex video scandal broke. Now, see, this is all part, and it's working brilliantly.
Oh, yeah.
It's all part of a PR campaign to butch up his image, and because, a lot of people are concerned. What is that? It's in People magazine? What is their conclusion? They say the verdict is still out, probably. Oh, Roger's got people. See, he's everywhere. He's getting all this publicity.
Oh, yeah.
And people actually think he's more butch than Marlon Brando now. Yeah, bring that. Oh, look at that. Roger's got tons of stuff on it. Good, we can look at the pictures. Go ahead, even though he's not your type.
Jeez. Anyway, it says...
That was a very poor choice of words yesterday. You really blew it, if I can say that. A video romp in the buff gives heartbreaker Rob Lowe a little too much southern exposure, it says. Yes?
Oh, well, I wanted to read you this specifically.
Well, we got a whole bunch of them. They all, thank you, Roger, they all tie in together. Is there something wrong, or do you want to have an exclusive there like Luella
but
Parsons?
There's some things in here.
Are you trying to be the Luella Parsons of WIOD? Now, look at this. Princess Stephanie, she's got an outfit here. She looks like a guy.
I know.
Did you see that?
No,
she looks butcher than he does.
Other pictures of her, looks that way.
Fawn Hall. Wow.
Belinda Carlisle.
Uh-huh.
China Phillips.
Now, I want you to look at the shadow of that picture over here.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look like E.T.?
It does.
That doesn't look like a human. I mean, they've shadowed it out a little bit, but it looks like E.T. That isn't human. Maybe Rob is doing it with extraterrestrials. Is that possible? I think it's a lot more likely than this other story. Oh, man, they are really living in a dream world. This is accomplishing just... Look at this. He may face felony charges. Rob could get 20 years. Mm-hmm. And, boy, I bet you they'd like him in prison a lot, He might be right at home. I don't know. See, I don't really care, Do you care?
No.
I don't care.
Of course not.
Do you care?
No.
Oh, okay, hold on now. You're not going away, are you?
No.
Okay. Let's take this call from Plantation because it's about Blockbuster. Hello. And they hung up? Well, they obviously cared a lot. I was going to get them on first because I just saw it on the screen, and they were going to talk about something that I mentioned here moments ago. But because we took at least 2 minutes about Rob Lowe, it was just more than they could handle, okay? Is that them calling back? No? Well, screw them, okay? It must have been one of those people who cut up their cards. Save your cards, okay? I don't want anything to do with it. I don't, when you go on the air and you do something that can ruin somebody's business,
Yeah.
Just nitpicking over one. I do agree with part of the principle that it's always the lunatic right that's, dictating what we can see and what we can read, and that the rest of the so-called mainstream sits back quietly. But it's not like there's some big simus over this, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's not like there are people scurrying at the door to see The Last Temptation of Christ, which was not exactly what you call a blockbuster movie, if I can say that. Oh, here's a mobile about it. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
The thing is that Blockbuster Video, like other disseminators of free information, have a responsibility to the public to provide the information that's available. And if they give in to any sort of a special interest...
Sir, you didn't listen to what I said. They're allowing all their franchisees to carry it or not carry it, as the case may be.
They're not allowing it. they have to allow them to do it because they're franchisees. These people own their own stores. They can't stop them from carrying it.
Sir, you're out of your mind, okay? Because any company can set their own rules. It's like the fast food outfits. There are plenty of independently owned ones, but they can't put different items on the menu or just do their own thing. They're all governed by company guidelines. So don't tell me, a song and a dance.
But they can sell their own thing if they want to, just as long as it doesn't compete or directly interfere with the menu that, say, McDonald's has. They can't sell somebody else's hamburgers or another type of French fries, but they can put other, trinkets out there in order to...
No, they can't. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. All of that stuff comes direct from the company, okay? It's all made by the company.
Well, they can. Depending on the franchise.
Well, sir, this is the world according to you making it up as you go along. I guess, what kind of a conversation can I have with a guy who just makes it up as he goes along?
Well, I'm telling you.
I guess they're going to start carrying Wendy's at McDonald's now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, so
the bottom line is that it's not a major Tsimis. There are a lot of these independent stores that are going to carry it, and if people start tearing up their Blockbuster cards, it's going to hurt people that aren't part of this thing that you are all upset about, sir, and I don't want to talk to you. I'll talk to people who want to be reasonable about it, I'm not going to change my mind again, okay? It must have been the heat in here yesterday that caused me to cave in so easily.
Yeah.
It's 24 past 10 at WIOD. Let's talk about Char Hut. Now, it's an excellent time because I just mentioned a whole bunch about... No, it is a perfect time.
Amazing.
Because at Char Hut, they really do it their way and your way. The night after the Rob Lowe party, the two redheads came back into the club all bubbly and smiling and very pleased with themselves. One told me we went back up to Rob's room. Rob set up his video camera, and he told us what he wanted us to do. But Rob made a fatal mistake. He allowed the two women to call a friend. The girl who turned up with the guy was a young teenager. She turned up with a guy. Doesn't that sound... As you read more of this, doesn't it sound much more realistic? There's just something here that's missing, okay? Something that doesn't meet the eye, yeah.
Huh.
And the guy turned out to be David Cassidy, Jr. Anyway, it's 10:28 at WIOD. We got a Cubs call. We better get this out of the way so you don't get upset. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Great.
I'm not really a Cubs fan, but I listen to you every day, so I kind of start to follow them a little bit more and more, and I saw they're playing the Braves.
How about that Greg Maddux, boy? He pitched... he didn't have his best stuff last night, but he pitched a great game.
He did, but the play I was amazed at was when Dunston was at second and Maddux popped it up to the second baseman.
That's Dunston.
And Dunston ran all the way to third.
Sean Dunston ought to sign over half his check to Don Zimmer, whenever they get paid, every week or every month. He ought to sign half it over to Zimmer because Zimmer's given him more chance. They got this kid, Domingo Ramos. He's not really a kid who's played great. Every chance he's gotten, he hits the ball. He's a good fielder. And they keep insisting on Dunston, man. This guy, he'll never hit over 200 again. He'll never see 200.
And I don't think he's going to steal a lot of bases either.
No, because he gets picked off or he makes some... he stretched the single into a double and everybody's all excited. And then on the very next guy is up, Maddux pops out and he gets doubled off second base.
I never saw a second baseman pick off a runner who
Did you see the pitch he struck out on his last time at bat? Even Harry was apoplectic. Harry was doing a tap dance in the booth. He was hitting Steve on the head with a microphone.
Oh, I didn't... Oh, that's right, because you were at GN. I was watching... TBS.
Well, see, you don't have your satellite dish, but so you got to settle for those fakers, okay?
That last pitch he struck out, that ball almost was in his eyes. And he's... when I was
Don't knock Mitch Williams, sir. Don't knock Mitch Williams. He's taken 10 years off my life, but he gets the job done. Let's not get too intensive here, because somebody's pouting already. He's surly, hostile. He's hysterical, okay?
Can we get away from sports talk for a few minutes?
No.
Couple minutes?
But Rob Lowe's going to be on the team.
If that's... Oh, okay.
Well, there he goes again, sir. He's really surly. Well, the Cubs have got a lot of good-looking guys on the team. They're just not his type. Have a great day, Pat.
All right, you too.
See you. Even Mark Grace?
I don't know who that is.
Well, see, it's a learning experience.
No.
You're broadening your horizon.
No, I'm not.
It's 10:30 at WIOD. Okay, now let's get back to the Rob Lowe thing, because you obviously got some heavy-duty stuff over there.
Well,
Wait a minute, I'll even give you, just to make up for the intemperate remarks of this last caller.
Listen, if all
Whatever
you
he said.
Yeah, exactly. If all you can do is call the show and say, hey, Neil, how about them Cubs, huh? Please, not today. Can we have, one day off from that?
In other words, it would be better if they called it, hey, Glen, how about Phoebe's boobs? Are they big? Are they round?
No. If that's either case,
look at him?
In both cases, if that's all you can do, would you please
now, how
give
about
us
if
a day
Phoebe
off?
Cates played on the Cubs? How about if she was the Batgirl? No, that's a serious question. If Phoebe Cates could get the job as Batgirl on the Cubs, would you take a little more interest? I realize it's strictly hypothetical, but again, we're talking about Rob Lowe and women here, so you know it's a fantasy show. Seriously, if Phoebe Cates was scantily clad as the ball girl, you know, teams have ball boys and ball girls. The Hurricanes have got ball girls. They do. They're out there in Omaha, believe it or not. I hope they got a lot of chaperones, too. No, seriously, they got ball girls. If she could be on the Cubs, would you take a little bit more interest?
If she was on anything.
Oh, okay. So the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm going to call Jim Fry this afternoon over in Atlanta, the general manager.
Jim Fry.
And I'm going to tell him to sign up Phoebe to get her to be the ball girl. We can have a whole new core of Cubs fans.
Yeah, well, you would. It's true.
Yeah, and she'd like hanging around with Mark Grace and Ryan Sandberg and Maddox and Bilecki and Damon Berryhill and Gary Varsho.
You talk about hype. This almost redefines
law. We got a lot of good-looking guys on our team, okay? And even now that he shaved that beard off, Mitch Williams looks almost human, too, okay? Now that he shaved that schmutz off. So anyway, getting back to your... Now, which magazine have you got?
Star.
You got the Star. Roger gave me... is this the Inquirer?
Yeah,
the Inquirer and the People.
Well, I would...
See, when it's in People magazine, you know it's got to be true.
I would like to compare the stories, because the Star gives the story of what happened also. Now, this happened at the Democratic National Convention in Atlanta, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Last summer. The girl, now 17, told a friend she met Lowe late one night at the bar of the trendy Rio Club, a hot night spot frequented by politicians, lawyers, and local TV personalities.
I just hung up on Fabian, by the way. He was on hold. Okay.
She told her friend, I was pretty drunk by then. His friend asked me, you know Rob Lowe, the actor? He likes you, and he'd like you to join him. How about it? I had no objections, and so I said, sure. He led me back to the booth and introduced me to Rob. He was charming. We had a lot more drinks and did ecstasy, a sex stimulant. We were all having a lot of fun, laughing, joking, getting high. Finally, Rob asked me back to his hotel. Must have been early in the morning by then. I told him I was a lesbian and that my girlfriend was at the bar. Could I bring her along?
Oh, my God.
He told me to go and get her. The owner of the club, Julian Fernandez, says Lowe was in the club during the Democratic Convention, and one night he left with two women. I don't know who they were. Lowe had been at the club on a previous occasion, and I easily recognized him. The friend claims that the girl said the party finally went back to the Hilton Hotel, where Lowe had booked Suite 2844, which cost $650 a night. When we got to the suite, Rob showed us some videotape of himself making love with lots of female Hollywood stars, the girl later told her friend. I can't remember who they were, but their faces were familiar. One woman I remember recognizing was Bridget Nielsen. Rob told us he had a whole library of videos of him in bed with famous women. He certainly had quite a few in the suite. After the video showing the two girls...
But they all had their clothes on, all right?
After the video showing, the two girls were encouraged to undress and get into the king-size bed together. In the audio videotape made and later viewed by the Fulton County District Attorney and all the major TV networks, the two women are seen making lesbian love. Lowe is clearly seen naked and heard and seen at one time approaching the girls and directing them in carrying out lesbian acts. The camera was the type which took the video automatically. There is no doubt it shows actor Rob Lowe, says District Attorney Lewis Slayton, who refuses to identify the women involved because one was a juvenile at the time. The girl told her friend the orgy lasted until they fell asleep. When she and the other girl got up, Lowe wasn't there. The girls saw the tape, which they knew had been taken the previous evening, and decided to take it with them. The 16-year-old girl then hid the tape in the bedroom of the home which she shared with her divorced mother in Marietta, Georgia. The girl's friend said the mother had been suspicious of her daughter's relationship with other girls. She searched the daughter's bedroom and found the videotape. She was appalled when she saw its contents. The tape was shown to various people to see if she could take legal action against Lowe. It is believed that someone copied the tape. Now, at one point, it was shown for a month at stag nights at a very upper-class country club near Atlanta.
Well, in the Inquirer, it says the video of Rob Lowe and the women is a big hit around Atlanta, said a police source.
Yeah.
Besides Rob's scandalous sexual exploits, the tape also shows him, listen to this, walking around the room, drinking beer, and sharing a cigarette with a woman in bed. Wow. That is shocking, okay? That is really heavy duty.
Well, that's the story.
Oh, man.
The inside story.
I don't think I'm ever going to be the same again. It's 10:36 at WIOD, and Steve's doing a whole show on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And he's going to have the sister of E.T. in the studio. Look at that picture.
I know.
That's got to be E.T. in
Not
drag,
a human
isn't it?
form.
No.
It's not a human form. It's true.
Anyway, I want to tell you about Nutrisystem. 21 before 11 at WIOD. We have somebody dropped off in Dade, and I hung up on Fabian again. Fabian, I don't want to talk to you. Don't you understand? You're a chronic pain in the ass. We don't want to talk to you. We've got heavy-duty subjects here today that are far beyond your capacity to discuss.
Well, no.
751 WIOD in Dade. Steve's doing a whole show on Rob Lowe tomorrow, so we don't want to steal his thunder. This is kind of like a little preliminary build-up.
Is that what it is?
To his show tomorrow. His show today, we don't want to dignify with
my God.
discussion, okay?
Shocking.
It's beyond belief. Anyway, so that covers the Rob Lowe thing pretty well, I guess. Lunch today, I think, I don't like to be presumptuous, okay, because I know these people have got a life, and they got a lot of work to do at all these different places, but I'm in the mood for Royal Castle burgers today. I know that Wayne Arnold was just here on Monday with his lovely wife, and they brought tons of food, but I was sick as a dog, and I didn't eat a bite.
Yeah.
Now, you know I was sick if I didn't touch those.
Yeah, I know.
Because, boy, those are just... In fact, I'd have to say, between the Italian sausage at Char Hut, which is my favorite over there, and the little cheeseburgers at Royal Castle, that's a tie. And that's not a cop-out, but I just love them both. Anyway, so that would be my choice, if, of course, they could find it. I mean, they're up there on 125th and Northwest 7th Avenue. That's not very far.
No, not too bad.
It's like 46 blocks, plus over the car. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I'm pushy or anything like that, because they've been very, very nice to us.
Yeah.
But I'm jonesing for those little cheeseburgers. And, of course, Todd's probably going to be in the newsroom today. And you know him. That's about as much as he can deal with. What, 3 Fabian what? He's on again? Don't you take no for an answer?
No.
Don't you understand we don't want to talk to you?
No.
And don't take it personally. It's not your day. Now, tomorrow's the first of a new month. On the first of each month, we let anybody call, all the chronics. Can't you wait till tomorrow? Can't you control yourself?
No, I'm just too much of an idiot.
Can't you find something constructive to do? Don't you work?
I'm on work release.
You're what?
On work release.
Yeah, I believe that.
No, I'm over here at work.
Maybe if you release it, you'll feel better. Maybe the blood is rushing to your head or something.
Hey, Neil, I went over to the Pensacola for...
In other words, you're just going to go right on ahead. You're not listening to me. I'm trying to be reasonable with you. I didn't hang up on you again yet.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Fabian, what do you want?
Well, I just called to say hi, you know what I mean?
Well, how you doing?
Well, I'm over here hanging on.
Well, good. See ya.
All right.
Is that it?
No.
Well, what happened about going to Pensacola?
I was over there. I was trying to get an AM station. There's nothing over there.
Well, Captain Dave used to be up in that area, so I think that says it all, doesn't it?
I guess pretty much so.
Yeah. Is that it?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's good. See, I let you get it out of your system. You feel better now?
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Neil.
Okay, put it away, Fabian.
Later.
See ya.
Incredible.
He is something, boy. He's just obsessed. What's that on the bat line? Is that for us, or is that... I get nervous when I see that bat line go. It's for you. Oh, it's another one. It's probably Rebecca Paul. 1042 WIOD. And if you want to call in and argue with me about the Blockbuster thing, you're going to waste your time. I mean, go ahead if you want to, but that other guy just didn't want to listen to me. I don't like hurting people who aren't responsible. In other words, the basic premise I agree with, but there are a lot of the individual people who are not making that choice, and they're going to get hurt too, believe me, okay? Because the people, the dummies out in the audience, they're not going to look at their cards and say, oh, well, I don't know if this store is a franchise-owned or if it's independently owned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. They're just going to be like a bunch of little automatons on there. They're going to, cut up their cards and send them in because they think that they're really making some kind of a statement. And I don't like doing those things. I mean, I've run plenty of campaigns in my time, but I would prefer to do it when there's really a need for it. I don't see any desperate need to try to put these people out of business, Oh, boy, does that look good. Look at that. Tex-Mex meatloaf. It's a Velveeta recipe in this magazine, in this paper, on the left.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look good? It's meatloaf with cheese and...
it looks great.
Chives. Oh, boy, does that look good, huh? With onion and parsley. Maybe my mother would make that next week. She wouldn't make something like that, because, I mean, she makes everything great, don't get me wrong, but she just wouldn't do that. Meatloaf with Velveeta Mexican processed cheese spread melted on top of it. Oh, boy, does that look good. Now I'm really going nuts. Doesn't that look good?
It does look good.
Looks damn good because it's getting close to lunchtime, too. It's already 10:43. Okay, here's another. I'm taking these out of order because I want to see if there's anybody who really is paying any attention to what we're talking about. It's a Rob Lowe call on 2. Hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, I used to live in Atlanta. And you know who Rob Lowe used to date at the time of the Democratic Convention up there?
Andrew McCarthy.
No. Ted Turner's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on up there about that.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
How old is she? About 10?
She's about 28.
Oh, 28?
Yeah.
That's a little old for Rob, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He was way out of his league, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the guy called yesterday about Calder, up the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you go up there and see that place.
I'm going this weekend.
It's incredible. I mean, it looks like Caesar's Palace.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be amazed.
I'm going to go see Mickey and Martha and just have a wonderful time up there.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Well, if I see you up there, I'll stop you and
be
say
sure
hello.
and say hi to my friend Jimmy at the ice cream stand down there downstairs, too.
Right.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I know Jimmy.
Jimmy's a terrific guy.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy your show, and you guys do a great job.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, take care.
Bye. So he dates all these very impotent people, so to speak. So maybe the bottom line is Rob is a lot butchier than we thought, right? It's unlikely, but he's certainly having a tremendous effect. He's convincing people. Now, you think he's going to jail? No. I think we could take up an office pool on that, and we wouldn't get anybody putting in money on the go-to-jail side. I just have my doubts. Now, if it would have been like Joe Schmendrick in Atlanta, who had sex with a minor, and made videotape and everything, he'd have a battery of lawyers already, and he'd be up against the wall, and he'd probably go to jail for like 15 years, But I just have a feeling that Rob Lowe, in fact, he'll probably go, what was the Roman Polanski?
Left the country.
He'll probably go back to France with Roman Polanski, and the two of them will go out there looking for 12-year-olds or something. Boy, that's pathetic. 10:45 at WIOD. We have an opening in Dade and one in Broward. I guess we're getting a little bit too heavy duty for our very intellectual audience out there. We got a couple of open lines now. Well, I guess we usually don't have topics on the show. We usually try to avoid that very assiduously.
I noticed. Oh, yeah.
And if you don't understand that word, I'll be glad to spell it for you later, and you can look it up in your little Don Webb dictionary, okay? Anyway, what a great day to be out on the water, huh? Man, I'm thinking about getting a boat from Boats R Us. When we were down there that day, I took a look around. I thought, boy, I don't like looking too hard because, I have no sales resistance.
That's right.
And there were a couple of boats, not the real big ones. It's 10 till 11 at WID. We got this very important Rob Lowe mobile call here.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I was a delegate to the Democratic Convention, and the first weekend I stayed at the Hilton, and all the big shots were staying up on the 28th floor. It was the security floor. The lobby was just full of young girls waiting to see these celebrities. Jane Fonda and Raquel Welch were there. I happened to see them, but I had to move up to Dunwoody, Florida. That's where the Florida delegation was housed on Tuesday, so I unfortunately wasn't there when they had all the exciting events going on. I have found you a wonderful house in the Grove.
Yeah, good luck to you, sir.
This is Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
It's on the same street where our good friend Freddie lives. Remember Freddie from the studio restaurant?
I sure do.
You could go over and ask, instead of for a cup of sugar, you could get a cup of strudel or something like that.
Yeah, that's just what I need, Jack.
So I thought you'd like to hear about that. I'm down here in South Dade, or South Miami campaigning, and thought I'd get in before all of the kooks start calling tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Isn't that June 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had you on the list.
I was an agent provocateur the last time.
Yeah, something like that. Well, just remember, Jack, what goes around. See you later.
All right, buddy, thanks.
Okay, 10:51 at WIOD, and it says here she's a 16-year-old sophomore student at Lassiter High School. What an interesting name for a school that is. She's gone to Club Rio several times herself, but she gets in easily because she looks much older than 16, and you have to be 21 to get into that club because they serve booze, and she had a fake ID.
Yeah,
So I think that there are going to be some mitigating circumstances because she passed herself off as being 21.
Yeah.
Okay? And she was there. In other words, nobody dragged her in there. She was there of her own volition, passing herself off as being older. Now, I don't know, what the law says.
Well, in the Star article, it says that Rob regularly picks up girls at Beverly Hills High School where he goes to jog.
Oh, geez.
Female students leave their phone numbers on the windshield of his 928S Porsche.
Seniors, of course.
Of course.
Anyway, it says here, around 2 a.m., Rob called the manager of the club and told him, my friends and I are hungry. We need some food. The manager told him the club doesn't serve food, but Rob shouted, we want pizza. Get us some damn pizza.
Yeah.
The manager gave in and later told me if it wasn't Lowe, I would have booted him out onto the street.
You were shaking and begging for Bush.
Huh?
What was that?
He was what?
Shaking for Bush. Is the president in on this, too?
Where'd that come from?
In Atlanta, according to Roger here, the word is that the video is going for $500 to $1,000.
Yeah, that's been on the TV news. Yeah, I saw that on the news.
Now, do you think they're going to be carrying this at Blockbuster?
What a great idea.
You think that would pacify Steve and Steve would call off his attack if they carried this video at Blockbuster? I think that might do it.
I hadn't thought about that.
Okay, well, if that's what it takes. 10:53 at WIOD, Miami. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, about this Blockbuster video that Steve Kane is promoting.
Mm-hmm.
I think my personal opinion is the only reason why he's doing this is because he has no material whatsoever, and he has to stoop as low.
Well, now let's not turn this into a personal attack against Steve, even though that's probably true. But let's not, go overboard. But I don't like getting sucked into somebody else's. That's the one thing about Steve that still, we get along pretty well, but it still irritates me, is he loves being the agent provocateur who stirs the pot and then likes to drag everybody else to jump into the cauldron with him,
Right, but the thing is, he probably doesn't even care about it, but he's acting like he does just to promote his show.
Well, it's a cause celebre.
Next, what Morton Downey did with the spray paint? Steve Kane will probably go down to the Miami International Airport, spray paint swastikas on his face.
No, he's going to have Felipe Rivero do that this afternoon. Okay, sir.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Obviously a big Steve Kane fan.
Yeah.
We have an open line in Dade, one in Broward, and one in Boca. So the Rob Lowe hour here has really generated incredible excitement. The fever pitch is just building out there, man. They're bubbling.
They are?
Bubbling.
Are you sure?
Boca, 278 WIOD. Well, we don't want to talk too loud. We don't want to wake them up. So what's the verdict on lunch? You think we're getting any lunch? No? What does that mean, no? Here's the guy sitting in there who's been fed more free food in the last 7 months than Carter's got pills, and he has no confidence in us, okay? Somebody will do something. I don't want to press Mr. Arnold down there because they're such wonderful people, and they brought us enough of those Castle burgers to choke the whole barn area at Calder. I was going to say to choke a horse, but a whole bunch of horses.
Wow.
But I'm just in the mood for that today. I don't know. Oh, he's not in today? Well, I guess so. That takes care of that. I guess we're out to lunch on that, so to speak. Just a little play on words there. So I guess we're not getting fed today. That's all right.
Yeah.
We'll survive. Huh?
That's right.
We will?
Yeah, well, I will.
Well, see, it would have been all right, but then I saw the picture of that meatloaf. Oh, man, does that look good.
Yeah, see, that's what did it.
No, I'm serious. Because meatloaf... Meatloaf is the kind of thing I like once in a while. It's a real Goyish kind of a thing, but I like it once in a great while if it's spicy and if it's got something neat on it. You know what I mean? Like if it's not pedestrian.
It has to be. Yeah.
And that had that Mexican cheese on it. Oh, man, did that look good. I'm trying to find the hell with this Rob Lowe crap, okay? See, he's one of those people, you really don't care. I'm sure that there are a lot of people in the audience who care because they live these vicarious lives and get all excited about people that they're never going to meet and never going to see. You, of course, on the other hand, having been a very, very famous movie critic, used to rub elbows with all of these people. Nothing else but elbows.
That's correct.
Which is why, of course, he hasn't washed his elbows in many years.
Correct.
He once rubbed elbows with A.J. Dewey at the SNS cafeteria.
Several times.
West Palm Beach, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
I just figured I might as well tell you that I wanted to start by saying that I'm not really from West Palm Beach. My girlfriend lives up here, so...
Okay, we won't blame it on you, pal.
Okay, thanks. Just so I can be cleared of this city, because I've been hanging out here for the past couple hours, and it's just a nightmare town.
Yeah, even just being there a couple hours is enough to turn your life upside down.
You're not kidding. That's why I'm gonna end off the Rob Lowe hour with a very special report for you. How much did you say that the video was going for?
$500 to $1,000.
Okay, I have the video.
You do?
If anybody over there wants it. I have, the complete... Well, actually, it's not complete. It's about 20 minutes. I got about 20 minutes of the video. And let me tell you something. If you take a look at this video, anyone who sees it will have to be convinced that Rob Lowe is going to get off because, well...
Well, wait a minute. That's a play on words, I think.
I know. As if he has...
I think that was the idea, wasn't it?
Basically. No, but you have to see it because there is no way that this 16-year-old girl was this nice and modest and little innocent girl who got seduced by Rob Lowe. some of the things that she says to him in the video are well, shocking. Absolutely.
Well, how are we going to get this? In other words, you're going to sell it to us?
No, I'll, do you want it? Do you really want the video? I'll bring it by.
Oh, my God, that would be incredible.
I have no qualms.
Now, don't give it to Kane, okay? I want this, because if Kane gets it, I'm going to be upset. He's probably got his own already, but I want it.
Okay.
Just, of course, only for scholastic purposes, okay? Just so we can study it for on-the-air discussion.
Here in the office.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't.
In fact, we can probably all get together in Disney's office and watch it on his VCR in there with the TV on. Just, strictly journalistic.
Yeah, that's the reason why I got it. My father's a journalist.
Yeah.
I sort of, I guess I swiped it, is the good word.
Fabulous. Well, we'll look forward to it. When are you going to bring it by?
Well, let's see. Like I said, I'm in Palm Beach. It's Nightmare Town. If I can get down there today, I will definitely drop it off today. If not, I promise you'll have it before Kane does.
Great. Thanks a million.
Okay, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I mean, it's not like we're in competition with Steve on that, but I just don't want anybody else in the building to get their grubby hands on it. Now, listen to this. There's a word in here which is amazing. It says, the Inquirer has obtained a portion of the video which shows Lowe performing shocking acts with a female while another man looks on.
Really?
Now, I don't understand.
Interesting choice of words.
Performing shocking acts with a female.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Shocking acts. In other words, not just... Because the Inquirer, it would take a lot to shock them, okay?
Me too.
I mean, when you read about the 8-year-old boy that's had his second baby on the other page, you'd think it would take quite a bit to shock these people in Lantana. But it says it shows Lowe performing shocking acts with a female while another man looks on.
Huh.
Boy, it just sounds a little bit bizarre, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you see, actually what happened, it was the pressure of that Dukakis campaign. That's when he was out there on that train with Michael Dukakis and waving and smiling and really believing that something was going to happen. And then his bubble burst, and he's just never been the same. He's going through Dukakis withdrawal.
I see.
Anyway, we have an open line in Broward and one in Palm Beach for the big 11 o'clock hour. We're evidently not going to eat today, so it turns into a real bummer again, doesn't it? I thought it was going to be a great day. I never learned my lesson, do I? Anyway, Henry Barrows got the 11 o'clock WIOD news. We're going to come back at 11:05. And Steve this afternoon, boy, do I have to promo this.
No.
Fired conservative Cuban radio commentator and famed anti-Semite Felipe Rivero will be on the Kane Show from 2 to 6 this afternoon.
News Talk Radio 610 WIOD presents Neil Rogers. To get in touch and talk, call 751-WIOD in Dade, 524-WIOD in Broward, or 655 and 278 WIOD in the Palm Beaches. Other areas may call collect. The opinions expressed by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily those of the station. Now, here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
Local rock group down the street is trying hard to learn their song.
That's not even the right cut. It's 11:06 at WID. Well, there's a lot of pressure building here today.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of pressure.
True.
Now, this is incredible. Fulton County... I'm so choked up about this. Fulton County District Attorney Louis Slayton says that Lowe has been the focus of a criminal investigation for weeks, although the age of consent in Georgia is 14.
Wow.
He could face the prosecution under a law that prohibits the use of anyone under 18 in a pornographic movie. The age of consent in Atlanta. Oh, Andy and News saw an uncut version of the tape at Channel 7.
Really?
And?
How was it invited to that screen?
He doesn't have any comment? Well, why doesn't Andy come in here and fill us in, okay? Wouldn't that be something?
Believe that.
From our news department. Well, our news people are right on top of these things.
Obviously.
So to speak.
I didn't get invited.
We got
to
3 open lines, by the way. All of a sudden we were doing just great, and then all of a sudden, I guess, too much of this, it deals too much with the subject, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. They're not used to it.
And we don't want to take this away, because Steve's doing a whole show on it tomorrow. So don't get the idea that we're going to talk about Rob Lowe for 4 hours. Oh, he's busy, he'll be in shortly. Well, excuse us. Okay? It's like lunchtime now, when the food gets here, we tell them, you can come in now, and then they come like sheepishly, whenever they feel like it now. But I don't think they're going to have that problem today, because I think we're getting shined totally. This could be the first day in weeks that we don't have like a particle of food come in, isn't it? First day in a long time, I think.
Long time.
Could be wrong.
Since the day after my birthday party, we didn't eat the next day.
Oh, yeah, but there was a reason for that.
Yeah.
Palm Beach is open, 655 WIOD. I just mentioned that in passing. I know it's pretty ridiculous. A Boca call about Blockbusters. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
I agree that you don't want to hurt the franchisees, but up here in Boca, there's 3 Blockbuster videos, and they're all corporate stores, so everybody up here can cut their card in half. Okay?
Talk about missing the point.
Yeah.
Boy.
So ridiculous, you know? It really is.
I don't like it.
No, I really don't.
I don't like the whole idea.
It's just so arbitrary and just can do so much damage. So, you know, if they... I'm not going to get into it, because if we do that, then I'm going to do a whole show on it, and we don't do that kind of show anymore, okay? Thank God. I just, you know, if Steve wants to do that, he's got his right. Of course, more power to him. Let him do his thing. Let him run his own campaign. I don't want to get sucked in on anybody else's campaigns anymore, okay? I'm not doing campaigns unless it's something that I really feel strongly about.
Yeah.
In fact, it seems to me that every time, in all the years that I've been in this market and Steve's been in there, every time that I've done a campaign, whether it was Save Our South Florida or any of the other things, I was accused by him and others of being a bigot, and I was doing it, you know, for all these other sinister purposes, which I was not. And I think history bears me out very well to see the tracks that have been left by the way the Mariel boat lift was handled, for example, and a lot of other things that have gone on in this town. But now all of a sudden that I'm over here, you know, there's this attempt to just... It's like Norm Kent with his rotisserie baseball. Norm, you're a wonderful guy, but if you want to continue behaving, you know, in your baseball life like a 5-year-old child, that's fine. I mean, that's great. See, I just watch the games because I enjoy them, you know, because I'm a Cubs fan, I love the game, and I just have a good time. I don't have to have a bet on a game. I don't have to have some financial interest. I don't have to take, you know, Di-Gel after the game. It's just a game.
That's why they call him that. Isn't it?
He sent me a letter. Did I say this on the air? He sent me a letter a few days ago about how they inviting me. They have a team open in the rotisserie league, and it's only $130, and on and on and on. It was shocking. It was more shocking than Rob Lowe.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. Well, we have both the Palm Beach lines open. This is getting me really PO'd, you know. We were off to a pretty good start. Seemed like we got Monday out of the way yesterday. And Palm Beach now is crapped out. I guess this is as far as we can go on this show with a discussion of any substance, okay? Other than dying over here. That's about what we can do, okay? Why don't we admit it, all right? Steve, you shouldn't feel bad, because this audience can't deal with anything even semi-intellectual anyway. All they dying over here, that's the best they can do, okay? That's all our callers can do. Speaking of dying over here, what do you want, Spencer?
It's Spencer.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to take Brillo pad and take something off your carpet. I got it waxed over good. It's shining like glass out there.
Shining like glass?
Yes,
well, that's good. It better be shining like glass, or you're going to have a shining ass, okay, Spencer?
No, don't beat him up. Please don't hit him. My friend, I love
you. You did a good job, huh?
Yeah.
You checked it out personally. Because I know it couldn't have been you that did it 2 weeks ago.
I pulled my glasses off and looked.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
For the first time in years. Spencer even sleeps with the glasses on, okay?
Got to.
Yeah.
Let him know, please, that...
Yeah, Spencer's here today, and it's the last day of May, the last Wednesday of May, and the last day of May. And so the last day for that $30 special, if you're in the building and you want your car washed and waxed, if you want a good hose job from Spencer, it's $30 today, okay? $30
way to put it.
Yeah. I think it was an accurate way to put it. So the vet is looking really good, huh? Yeah. No schmear, no schmutz.
That's right.
You sure now?
That's right.
You checked it out. All those bugs are gone now?
Got that right.
Yeah. Boy, that was... you let me down, Spencer. That's the first time ever.
I'll hold you up. I'll hold you up.
Yeah, you're going to hold me up?
You're my friend.
Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, Spencer, thanks a lot, okay? We'll see you around the old bar. And say goodbye to our friends at Zeta, too, next Monday, okay? Because they're going to be leaving real soon. It's 12 minutes after 11 at WIOD. We have an opening in Boca at 278-9463, 278-WIOD. These phones should be blazing today, shouldn't they?
You call me.
They should be blazing. No, I said get out of here, Spencer. Get out. Man, the man is looking for his own show. He's almost as bad as the guy that called you and invited himself on the show when I'm on vacation. I'm serious. He's right in the running there. So anyway, in the last 2 days, we've discovered some really amazing things. We found out that Ross is not the Birds type, and we found out that Rob Lowe performed shocking acts. Now, you put those two things together,
they really
and you've
equal?
Well, I don't know if they're equal, but they're just overpowering.
Honestly?
In fact, Maury Pupik may come to town. He may just come to town to cover all of this. Anyway, it's 11:12. I think I said that at WIOD. We'll be right back.
This is Steve Kane for the East Coast Fisheries Restaurant and Market. More than just a restaurant, the East Coast Fisheries are commercial fishers. They have a fleet of 38 boats that go out every night and come...
Face the facts, we're getting old. Degeneration, baby. I forgot what words go here. Talking over medication. I think I'll just talking memory dissipation. This zealous assassination. Talking about degeneration. Talking about degeneration. Bloody awful.
It just goes on forever.
How much will you all pay? Talking chicken price. Wish we could hear what we all play. Talking about no hesitation. Way too old for fornication. Just one ego masturbation. Talking about degeneration. It's degeneration. No penetration, talking over medication, talking memory dissipation, talking about
Was that recorded in Sunrise?
Is it over?
It's finally over. It's shocking, isn't it? Anyway, it says Lowe's first movie in 2 years, ironically called Bad Influence, is scheduled for filming this summer. Oh, boy. Talk about a hype job, huh? Well, anyway, I guess this puts to rest all those ugly rumors about Rob being not even as butch as Sal Mineo. I guess he turns out to be a real virile, all-American, red-blooded guy.
A surprise.
Yeah, so he's okay in everybody's book now, huh?
Yeah.
Even though he's having sex with minors, he's okay. Let's see, Royal Castles later. Now, what does that mean? What kind of a message is that? Royal Castle with an L. Soon. Oh, they're coming with food? Oh, my God. How do you like that?
Really?
Isn't that incredible?
It is incredible.
Probably their day off. They're open 365 days a year. They work 24 hours a day. They're even open on the holidays, and the Arnolds have probably dragged themselves off the floor because they work so hard to schlep over or send over a bunch of those great little Royal Castle burgers.
Incredible. You're amazing.
Oh, God. Well, listen, when you beg real hard, although it doesn't always work. 19 past 11, it depends on what you're begging for,
yeah,
I guess.
I noticed.
Miami, hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
I got a question then. You are not in competition with Steve to see who can collect the most Blockbuster video cards, am I right?
What?
Okay, Steve Kane was saying yesterday you're in competition with him to collect video cards for Blockbuster, right?
No, I'm not. I've dropped out, sir. I don't want anything to do with it.
So that means you don't want my Blockbuster video card
Correct.
from Oklahoma City.
Keep it. No, send it from Oklahoma City?
Right. You don't want that, right?
No.
Okay, and I've been listening to Steve Kane, the best of on Sundays.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is there any chance that we're going to hear Stan and Boom Boom on that?
Unlikely.
Unlikely?
Yeah.
And I have one more. I heard a rumor that someone found a video with Rob Lowe, River Phoenix, and Marty. Is that true?
I think that's more likely, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
You have a good one.
Okay, boy, I'm glad that guy got out of Oklahoma City. 20 past 11 at WIOD. We have that must be one of those heterophobics that Stan used to talk about. Did you ever hear that line of his?
All the time.
Those heterophobics.
Yeah.
Anybody who didn't like Stan's show was a heterophobic. Which I'm not sure I know what that is, but you know Stan. Stan's got a wild imagination. In fact, we don't know who the other guy was who came in and watched all of this, okay, who observed.
That's right.
So just keep an open mind on that. So anyway, the guy from, well, he's not from West Palm. If I say that, it'll change his mind. The guy who was like a captive up in West Palm with his girlfriend.
Visiting.
Is bringing that tape. 20 minutes of it. I think that should be enough. Shouldn't it?
Oh, I think about double.
Yeah. See, I'm reading that, and I know they use that word just to titillate their readers, okay? It shows Lowe performing shocking acts with a female while another man looks on. I just don't understand that. What does that mean? Like, is he burning cigarette holes into her flesh? Or, I don't... Maybe I'm just too jaded over the years. I don't know what sex acts could be shocking. Do you?
I can't think of it.
No. But I'm sure if anybody could, Rob can. Okay? Maybe too many movies with Andrew McCarthy. Is that possible? That could do it to you. It's 21 past 11 at WIOD. But once we have the evidence... in fact, what we could do... We could steal Disney's VCR. We could bring it in here and hook it up to a little TV, and we could screen it on the air and watch it together. And, of course, we'd have to be very careful about what we do, how we do a play-by-play.
Boy, Gary has one in his office, too.
Oh, but better yet, wouldn't want to steal Disney's because he gets real uptight.
Boy, Gary has one.
Steal Boy Gary's because he's never here anyway. Like one day when they're out playing golf, like
today.
Like today, yeah. Can you believe it? These douchebags, they take off a 3.5 day. They all leave like midday on Friday, get out as early as they can. They got 3 stinking solid days while we're sitting here sweating our brains out with no AC. And then they come back for one day, and now today they got their golf clothes on like they're going out to play golf all day, okay? Wow. Well, probably a real heavy, a lot of power meetings yesterday, power breakfast. Oh, man, I'm telling you. It's pathetic. And to think that these people, like, control our destiny. They control our lives,
Yes, they do.
I think Boom Boom is radio... incarnate, don't you? He's like the definitive radio beat-up douchebag.
Yeah, he is.
Don't knock Boom Boom, okay? He's okay. He didn't always used to be that way. It's 22 past 11 at WIOD, Toyota of Hollywood. We're going to be back there, Steve and I. In fact, I'll tell you what, we're going to be there on the 24th of June. That's, this week's the 3rd, so it's like 3 weeks from Saturday, right? On June 24th at Toyota of Hollywood, where we are every 5, 6, 7 weeks we go back, and you're going to be there too this time, whether they know it or not. You're going to be a part of that.
Oh,
yes. Shocking. And anyway, they're going to have those great deals on. In fact, we got some surprises coming up, which we can't tell you about yet, but we're going to have all kinds of great prizes to give away. I mean, some really we're not going to be selling Neil Rogers T-shirts anymore. We're going to be giving some really good stuff away, and hope to really get a big crowd out there. And in addition, people can bring their cut-up cards to Steve, and then they can come over to me, and I'll paste them together for them, okay? How does that sound?
Now that's
anyway,
great.
now is the time to buy. Don't have to wait till the 24th, because the dog days of summer are really here. I mean, everybody's in the doldrums, and people are just not buying cars, and as a result, they are slashing humongous amounts off the prices on a great selection of beautiful 89 Toyotas that you already know by now, I hope, that they've got waiting for you over there. So if you've been shopping around or thinking about a Camry for the family, or a Toyota Supra, or an MR2 for a little sports car, whichever the Toyotas you want, or a Toyota pickup truck, which is rated, by the way, #1 in the country by Motor Trend magazine, now is the time to buy. Great factory rebates, tremendous deals, and, of course, the same nice, knowledgeable salespeople that you always do business with at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Taft and Sheridan Streets, of course, in Hollywood.
We're riding you through the Triple Crown. 610 WIOD is proud to have brought you the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness on Saturday, June 10th. It's the Belmont Stakes, and 610 WIOD will again be there to bring you the excitement. Race announcer Dave Johnson will be in the booth for the call, and coverage begins at 5 p.m. The Triple Crown, including the upcoming Belmont Stakes, a South Florida exclusive on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
This is Steve Kane for my good friend Joe Dubin at Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage. If you're contemplating a move anywhere, be it across town, anywhere in the state of Florida, anywhere in the country, or even an international move, the folks to call are Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage. I have gone through 2 moves with Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage, and I can tell you I am really sold. One of the great things, first of all, they're going to keep your costs down. Number 2, they're going to treat your property as though it were their own. They handle everything with kid gloves, and I don't know about you, but that's the important thing to me. They'll even do the packing for you if you want. They'll even store your furniture in their huge, secure warehouse. By the way, all their storage is crated, sealed, and guarded for complete and total security. Call Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage for all your moving and storage needs right now. They're more than happy to give you a free estimate. You be sure to mention my name, and Joe will tell you all about the Steve Kane discount. Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage in Dade, 592-2044, and in Broward, 761-1305, Florida Intrastate Moving and Storage.
610 WIOD.
11:25 at WIOD, and lunch is coming from Morrell Castle. So we're uplifted a little bit, I guess you might say now, huh?
Sure.
But you don't seem too excited about it.
I don't know.
I'll bet you the people in the newsroom are pretty damn excited about it. Roger looks happy. Roger's happy. And I bet you Nick will be happy, and I'm tickled to death. I'm just delirious, because that's exactly what I was in the mood for. I would never have asked, because they were just here on Monday.
I know.
It's not their fault that I was sick and I couldn't eat any of them. And, of course, tomorrow is Thursday, and Fat Rich will be here, so we don't want to, mess up his diet. It's 26 past 11 at WIOD, and let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
Long-time listener from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think you guys are really great, man.
Well, there's no question about
I've been to that Club Rio up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird people up there.
Evidently.
A lot of weirdos.
Now, what do you think about that line where it says he was performing shocking acts with a female? Do you understand that?
Yeah, well, it's a shocking act, I guess. I don't know.
Well, maybe
him.
the fact that it was him that was doing it, they were shocked by. Okay, because a lot of us have had our doubts.
Doing that.
Yeah, a lot of us have had serious doubts.
Yeah, I guess so. I got your bumper sticker yesterday from Char Hut. It was
Great.
excellent.
Well, slap it on, pal.
Yo, it's on my truck.
I see a few of them around, but we ought to see them everywhere. They ought to be all over the place. But of course, so we've got them all locked away safely in a garage somewhere. But we'll get them out there.
Yeah, I'd like to know, when are those squeeze bottles coming out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, great. I'll get one of those, too.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to Shell's last
Just
night.
think about me while you're squeezing it, sir.
Oh, yeah, I'd love
the bottle in it.
Hey, listen, can I call some of my buddies a douchebag?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, Anne-Marie and Nappy, you're a douchebag.
Excellent job, sir.
Okay, take care, Neil.
Great first call, by the way.
Okay,
Tremendous.
great.
See ya.
Thanks.
Okay, don't do it again too soon. No, that was for his first call. He was pretty, he had his stuff together. 27 past 11 at WIOD, an open line in Broward where we want to keep these lines smoking today. Put on an act like you really care. We know you don't, but just pretend, all right? Like Rob Lowe. And don't forget, Steve's doing a whole, what is he calling it tomorrow? He reviews the Rob Lowe tape, so he must have it, or else he's getting it before, which I don't really care. I'm not in a contest. I just want to make sure that we have our own copy.
Right.
Okay, that we can kind of look at in slow-mo and freeze frame and just make sure that, things are what they claim they are.
Yeah. Scientific, sort of.
Exactly.
Research.
Strictly journalistic research. I want you to understand that, because I have no interest in seeing Rob Lowe naked doing incredible. In fact, if you've seen any of his movies, he already has simulated that in every one of them already, right? Now, the one where he and Andrew McCarthy. Let's go to Sunrise. Hello.
Yeah, hi. How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Good. Just a couple things for you. First, your fascination with the Cubs. It's great. I love it. But now it's June, and it's time for the June swoon.
No, sir. Don't start that. Would you please? This is a real. We've been doing all this without Dawson. And Sandberg missed a couple of games, and they still won. They got a real ball club, And even the last 2 days when they've left all these runners on base, they should have had 6-7 runs last night. And they had a poor Maddox, man, had to pitch his guts out and then sit in the dugout and watch Williams nearly give it away again. But when Dawson comes back, it's going to. And how about Jerome Walton? He's also been out for about a month.
Correct. But
he's coming back next week. Now the bad news is, sir, wait a minute. The bad news is that Mitch Webster's off the disabled list, and he got in the game 2 nights ago and struck out.
Well, sir, I want to really thank you for honoring my request
that
we have a day off from this. Thank you very much,
If we can give Mitch Webster to the Mets, we don't want anything in return.
Great.
Just if the Mets will take Mitch Webster, that would mean a lot to me.
I know, but after 20 years of rooting for him, you kind of get used to this month of June with
I understand,
I don't
but...
want you to be set up for all the calls you might get from Mets fans.
Sir, let me tell you, after watching the Mets last night in their 10-3 loss to the Giants, I don't think they're going to have any period of the season when they're going to have a chance to call, in other words, the Cubs may not do it. The team I'm worried about is Montreal, now that they got Langston. Montreal's tough.
Right.
But forget the Mets. The Mets are, in fact, the only thing I care about is the Cubs finish ahead of the Mets.
Oh,
okay? In other words, if we finish 5th, as long as the Mets finish last, I'll be happy.
And one other thing, they say this Rob Lowe tape's only 20 minutes long. Well, how shocking can you get in 20 minutes? If I only gave my wife 20 minutes, the only thing to get shocked would be me.
Yeah. Well, see, that's about as much as Rob. That's about all he had in him.
And last thing,
my drift.
The one way to draw a lot of people to the Toyota place there.
Yeah.
Guy that gives you that tape tomorrow, make a few thousand copies, hand them out.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that would go over real big. Okay, listen, I'll see you at Wrigley Field, sir.
All right.
Good luck to you. Yeah, that would go over real big. I just can't imagine who would be excited about that. 11:30 at WIOD. Can you just see the letters going out now? Just hysteria. Distributing pornographic materials. Send him to jail. Anyway, moving right along, let's go to Homestead. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Bird, a belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey,
well, listen, mine wasn't that long ago. It was in November.
Okay, even more belated happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Okay, I hear Rob Lowe and Roman Polanski are getting together for a movie.
Yeah, we already used that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed that. What is it? What's the punchline?
Oh, we didn't have a name of the... No, we didn't have a punchline. I just said maybe they were going to go off to Europe together.
Yeah, it's called Close Encounters with the Third Grade.
Yeah, that could be it.
Okay, that's all I got.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yeah, see, I don't want to speak about anybody else, but you'd think Rob Lowe, with his looks and all his money and all his success, you'd think he wouldn't have to. But again, he didn't know, right? Isn't that what they're going to say? They're going to say she was passing herself off as being 21, she had fake ID, she looked older than she was, and she faked her way in there, you know.
She did.
So who knows what the hell's going to happen. But it's going to get a lot of publicity, and then, of course, that movie's going to come out. What's it called? Bad Influence. I mean, doesn't that seem a little bit too, like a coincidence? And didn't somebody once say there are no coincidences? Yeah. It seems just a little too coincidental that his new movie's called Bad Influence.
And it'll be his biggest hit in years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, they're going to be lined up all the way. Can you imagine in Sunrise?
Yeah, oh, God.
They'll be lined up to the early bird restaurants in Sunrise. Oh, that Rob Lowe, he's such a terrible thing. Did you see he took all his clothes off? Can you look again just to make sure? Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Yes, Neil, is Rob Lowe?
I don't know. You'd have to watch the movie to find out, sir.
Well, I understand
What does Don know, sir?
After the girl was, molested and her parents found out.
She wasn't molested.
Well, her attorneys advised her to lay low.
Oh, I see. Well, I think she already was a step ahead of him.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Do you think we could consider her a low-bone provocateur?
Could be.
Can I say one thing about Steve Kane?
Well, if it's his... Well, that was good.
Yeah,
11:33 at WIDC. I knew he was right on the edge there with the other, but then he just went nuts. Another big Steve Kane fan there. But then we didn't ask anybody to call in to rip Steve today, but on the Blockbuster thing, if you have an opinion one way or the other, that's fine, But I'm not going to change my mind again. I just don't agree because I think that there's, it's a generalization, a blanket generalization, and there's some independent franchise people who are going to get hurt in the thing. And I just don't think it's that big of a simus. I mean, if there was some real cause to left, like the farm store thing, I agree with them wholeheartedly. That was a concerted effort by a group of people to boycott them and try to force a whole bunch of material out of their stores because those people want to dictate public taste and public morality, the right-wing lunatic fringe. I totally agree on that, and it really pisses me off.
Yeah.
In fact, at one point yesterday, I was speechless when I started thinking about this thing, but now I realize I was getting conned. I was doing that great con job that Steve does so well. He was conning me into this thing, and it's not my deal, I don't know anything to it. He's a master provocateur.
He's a master at that.
We have an open line in Dade at 751-9463. 751-WIOD. What, am I going to do the break now? I guess so. I was going to talk about my... Okay, it's 11:37. We got a very important mobile caller on 6. Hello.
It's not that important.
Oh, you want to go back on hold?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
How you doing?
Well, I'm just trying to build you up. It said mobile, and I wanted to impress the audience.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're not going to let me down now, are you?
Of course not.
Okay.
I'm kind of worried. Detroit... Chicago was kind of tough against Detroit.
They do?
Yeah.
After the 80 points they scored Monday?
Well, the series is tied at 2, isn't it?
Huh?
Series is tied at 2.
Yeah.
The only thing we have to fear is fear.
I think FDR was probably a Bulls fan, wasn't he? I mean, you talk about... I told you it was going to be an important call, didn't I?
Oh, boy.
Well, I knew what I was talking about. I gave him a big build-up. Wait a minute. This is a first. Ricky Ticky just ran out of puke.
I should have known you bid me farewell.
I can't believe that. Can you? For the first time in history, he ran out of...
What a day.
Wow. We might have to call Boom Boom in an emergency and get him to do the rest of the talk-ups today. 22 before noon at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward where we just, Roger got rid of somebody evidently at 524-9463. 524-WIOD. I like that. In fact, let's clear the board, huh? No,
I don't care.
Once in a while I like to do that, but these people would get really upset, wouldn't they? Now they'd get upset. Roger can't deal with that, okay? She looks really, that Princess Stephanie. One picture that you had, was it over there? She looked great.
The color
No,
picture?
she's ugly. She is ugly, boy, big time.
Well, she's here.
She is now. Yeah, that's where she looked good, but you couldn't really get an idea what she looked
fuzzy.
like. But, yeah, she's got what's her name's Vaseline on the camera.
Yeah,
Donna Mills.
Yeah, exactly.
But boy, she looks like she could play tennis.
Is she that butch?
Yeah.
Wow.
She looks like she could play tennis. Boy, those women tennis players, I'd say like 90% of them look really macho, don't they?
Of course.
There are a few exceptions, but most of them, boy, they are really.
Oh, of course.
Have you seen those Russian tennis players, the women?
Oh, my God.
God almighty. They're a butcher than Rob Lowe. Here's a lady in a mobile. Hello.
I'm a lady. I'm on a mobile. I've been to Wrigley Field. I'm a Cubs fan. I've met Harry Carey, and I'm on my way to Char Hut.
Great. Well, you're perfect in my book. And she just disappeared. Well, I guess short but sweet, you know. We have an open line in Boca, which comes as a tremendous shock to me. Even Veg hasn't called in today to humiliate and degrade himself at 278-9463. 278
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. O-D.
Trust me.
He'll call tomorrow?
First.
Yeah, tomorrow's the 1st of June, so even the worst, anybody, even Mike can call in tomorrow.
Good
Briefly.
heavens.
Briefly.
Are you sure? Do you know what you're saying?
You can call in tomorrow. And all you people who are going to paste back together your Blockbuster cards can call in tomorrow, too, okay? Don't be some kind of a sycophant, some kind of a underling who just, every time somebody gets on the air and snaps their fingers, you know, and you do some idiotic, ridiculous thing that you know isn't right, but you do it because somebody else said, don't be a follower, okay? You morons. We haven't gotten any mail yet because they're busy playing golf today, but if I get any of those cards in today, I'm going to be really pissed, okay? I really am. And I confess, I admit full fault, full guilt. I admit it. I don't know. When he sat down and tried to talk me out, I thought to myself, why is he wasting his time? It's never going to happen. And within 45 seconds, he had me changing my mind.
The heat. Was
it?
Yeah,
toward the end of the show.
I was almost about to pass out myself.
I think he took advantage of the fact that we had sat in here 2 days in a row under tremendous heat. I'd been sick as hell on Monday, and I had no sales resistance at all.
Yeah.
Because there's just no way. I just don't agree, okay? I just do not agree with it. I think it's pathetic. It would be like my opening up the newspaper and reading just the most minimal thing that I didn't like about something that some business did, and then conducting. Now, for example, years ago, I cut up my Burdines card because they donated $50,000 to the anti-casino gambling people.
Really?
And the reason that all the big department store chains were doing that is because they didn't want all those people that work for peanuts in their department stores to be able to get much higher paying jobs in casinos.
Really?
Okay? That was the only reason. Not because they're so concerned about crime. It had nothing to do with it. They just didn't want, a whole new industry coming in here that would take away their tremendous supply of cheap help who work for like minimum wage or close to it. And they donated $50,000 to the anti-casino. Well, I tore up my Burdines card on the air.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall that I asked other people to do the same or send in their cards, but I did it.
You would remember if you
personally.
Had. Yeah.
No, I don't think I did. I just did it personally because they pissed me off, okay? And I have never gotten another one since.
Yeah, that's fine. That's your prerogative.
Yeah,
that's your
decision. I don't like
decision.
that.
Fine.
In fact, all the anti-casino, they're entitled to their opinion, but the harm that they've done to this community by their Neanderthal stance is so embarrassing. It's so grotesque. And now, for example, I was thinking of going down to the Bahamas this weekend, which I don't like the Bahamas. You already know my feeling about that. But I heard that Merv Griffin has got a new place, and they've got their own airline, and they got their own. You don't have to go through all that crap.
Right.
When you go to the Bahamas, you got to go through such grief at customs, man. It's enough to make you puke. And if you look at them cross-eyed, they get real hostile and surly, and they start talking with a patois, and they give you a real song and a dance.
Oh, you bet. They really
I don't like that, and then they're going to take your money and fleece you for every dime you've got, But supposedly Merv Griffin's got a new place. And then I was thinking to myself, it's like a few minutes away, and there's like nowhere to get there.
No.
And the only reason and I know we have a lot of listeners over there, and you folks should be laughing every minute, okay? Because you wouldn't have one tourist on your stinking islands over there if we had gambling here in this town. You wouldn't have, even the dumbest of the dumb wouldn't come there, okay? We got better beaches. We got the same climate. We do have air conditioning when it works, of course. We do have air conditioning. Man, when I walked into that hotel, that elevator, I never get over it, man. The shaggy dog carpet, it was so wet, you'd think that somebody gave it a bath. Amazing. And it just smelled. The mildew odor was so incredible, you almost passed out. No air conditioning. And I thought, when I got into bed that first night, I thought, isn't it nice they washed the sheets? Too bad they didn't dry them. They were soaked. The sheets were soaked.
Oh, my God. How can
and
you
I thought,
sleep?
either it's the humidity or Rob Lowe's been here, one or the other.
How can you sleep? No air conditioning to sleep?
No.
Oh,
no air conditioning, period.
God.
They didn't have a little fan, nothing.
Worse humidity than here.
It was incredible. Oh, here's Henry Barrow, ladies and gentlemen, just got an inspiration. What is that? Generic. Oh, great. Where the hell did you find this? Oh,
well, Henry's got things hidden. He's got
to turn the whole show around today.
Why are so many people listening to the Bill McQuaig Show? Well, one reason is guests like Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who led the expedition that found the Titanic, and Dolphins owner Joe Robbie, and Academy Award-winning actress Patty Duke. Another reason is, so far, we haven't told a single caller to get off the phone, you cretin. Won't you tell a friend? The Bill McQuaig Show, a great way to wind down from the morning rush.
Yeah. Oh, can I keep that? Thank you, Henry. That was great. Wow. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That and Whacker Radio, man. 10:45 at Whacker Radio, and let's go to West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil, living and breathing up in West Palm Beach.
Well, that is shocking, okay? That's even more shocking than Rob Lowe's sex acts in Atlanta.
Well, I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, it'll be showing soon at a theater near you.
Anyway, Neil, I'm heading up to Atlanta this weekend to see a little different kind of horse racing than you're used to.
What's that?
They're having the National Ferrari Meet of the Year up there this weekend. I'm going to go up and see the prancing horses.
Great. Yeah, I know those prancing horses. They're in my garage right now, and boy, it's those are the most expensive horses I ever bet on, I'll tell you that.
I'm telling you, you don't want to plunge and puke on those.
No. But supposedly, they increase in value so tremendously. If I can just keep that sitting in a garage there for about 5 years, I should be able to get out of the business.
I think you're about right. You'd probably be able to open your own horse racing track by that point.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, well, call us from Atlanta, why don't you, boy? In fact, maybe you get a little scuttlebutt while you're up there, you know?
Call you Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, see what the mood of the city is on Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Boy, I bet you this is incredible. The most shocking thing since the Braves won a game Monday.
You think it's that big a story?
Wow. It's 11:46 at WIOD. Let's not get the audience too excited here. It's been a tough week for them, okay? It's been a very tough week. We had the big holiday, and then yesterday they thought was Monday. But the good news is, see, I don't like working on those days, but the one good thing is that when it gets like to today, and you think it's Tuesday, it's already Wednesday.
I know, it's a fast week.
And you say, holy cow, as Harry would say. And then you discover the week's almost over with.
That's true.
And then when you find out that Wayne Arnold's bringing in Royal Castle burgers, then you just start getting all excited and goosey. Kendall, hello.
Howdy, partners. How are y'all doing?
Okay, pal.
Hi, Neil. Hi, Bird. Listen, I got a question I want to ask you.
Are you calling from Homestead?
No, sir. I'm calling down here from Kendall area. I just want to know what type of chewing tobacco y'all think Dick Fatherly's...
Redman. He's definitely doing Redman on QAM.
Definitely Redman, man?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to know. I just want to follow in that man's footsteps.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, that man, I just live and breathe by everything he teaches.
Great. Boy, look at this. We just got the first Dolphin Digest. And, of course, that's what I'm thinking about now is the Dolphin. That's weighing heavily on my mind now that Rick Weaver was here on Monday. Okay, sir. Have a wonderful life. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure I missed a lot. Thank you so much. It's great doing business with you. There you go. Now you're talking. Something that I might read. 11:47 at WIOD. Oh, my God. Here's somebody in Hollywood. She's got an audio from the Rob Lowe tape alleged. Hello? I think we're listening to it right now.
Whoa.
What was that?
Good heavens.
I heard that one word there, yeah.
Well, you heard part of it, kids. Yeah. It's about like this.
Yeah. We'll play it without the language, okay? I would swear he said a word that I've heard before, like recently. It's 11:48 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward at 524 WIOD. 524-9463. It's getting ridiculous, isn't it? It's just getting ridiculous. Is there anybody out there really wants to see Rob Lowe in bed doing disgusting sex acts? Well, now that I think about it. Look at this. Here's all of Bill McQuaig. Look at this. This is going to get you so upset. Remember what the grief we had to go through to get our cards?
I know.
Here's a whole stack. Bill McQuaig, talk host, WIOD.
Seem to have
didn't Mr. Dizzy give us a big song and a dance about how they don't, talent doesn't get business cards.
No, what it was I went.
Didn't we have to embarrass, degrade, and humiliate him into springing for the few bucks to get us some business cards?
I went up to Mike Disney one day in the newsroom, and I said, could we get business cards? And he
looked at you like you were nuts.
Yeah, and his mouth kind of fell open, and he says, well, I've never heard of that, but
yeah.
I guess.
Here's Bill McQuigg, who came in on a bus from somewhere in Texas, who was a board op, then became a newsman. He was a newsman like I'm a rocket scientist, and then all of a sudden he was a talk show host doing these hours.
Mm-hmm. He had business cards.
And he has a stack of business. I'm going to start handing these out. In fact, what we should do, we should give these out. No, seriously, we should give these out at Toyota of Hollywood.
Great idea.
These could be souvenir collector's items worth millions.
That'll get the people
I mean,
out.
anybody can collect baseball cards, but collecting business cards, if you got a Paul Isle, I'll trade you for a Bill McQuigg, okay? There you go.
Oh, Michael, sugar cookies.
That's a whole other story.
11:49. Yeah, it's a whole other story, as he would say. 10 till noon at WIOD. Speaking of it, so excited that we got the Dolphin Digest now. Now, he's a great guy, but boy, I don't care. Don't you understand? Not yet. It's like 100 degrees in the shade. Like that promo we're running with Rick Weaver. The Dolphin season only 400 weeks away now. Everybody gets psyched. I'm just not psyched up for it, okay? We had our 700-hour draft show. And what can I say?
Preseason is
now,
right
here's
on.
Sammy Smith and Louis Oliver. Okay, there they are. Great. Good luck to you guys. I hope you do terrific. I hope we have a big year. I hope the Hurricanes win the College World Series. Is Sonny gone now? Did he leave today?
Yeah, 2
Omaha?
o'clock, he said.
I really am jealous of that, okay? Not that I want to do the games. I'm just jealous that I can't go on a trip so I can go to those great steakhouses, Ross's Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
And Cassio's and Mr. C's. I know it sounds ridiculous, but Omaha, if the weather were good, I would live there.
Really?
And everybody says, but that's the Bible Belt, you know, and it's a horrendous place. But they're not like the people in Nashville, for example, or like in Oklahoma City. They're just like they leave everybody alone.
I never thought of Omaha as a awful city. Not at all.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Axar Bend is it's not a great track. It's the times are fast because of the surface, but it's an okay track. They handle. You'd be amazed at the handler. Like on a Saturday, they do like $2-3 million.
But then,
did you hear what I just said?
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
All these farmers come in from Iowa and from everywhere. They drive in from miles around. I'm talking about people with some serious money.
In pickup trucks?
Well, I don't know. And they're Continentals, I think.
But didn't you think about Nebraska in February?
Oh.
It kind of comes to my mind.
Well, even when we were there in the summer, they have these tornadoes, you know, the Midwestern storms and
right
tornadoes.
In the path there.
And I remember one time we were in the basement. They had a tornado warning, and we were in the basement of the hotel, all the players and everybody mingling in the basement. And then Rob Lowe came in, and all of a sudden everybody. Okay, it's 11:53 at WIOD, and we'll go.
They're working next door. That's what you hear.
Listen to that. Did we open a dentist office next door?
Now, this, of course, is the best time to do that kind of thing. It's midday right next door. Yeah, they're drilling. Yeah. Engineers.
Oh, Mitch must be getting the rest of his dental work today.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah.
Okay, in Omaha, they also fly their own planes in there, so rich. Listen, a little more scuttlebutt on the Rob Lowe thing. I just came back from Atlanta.
Well, it seems like everybody's been in Atlanta.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Up there,
even the Cubs are in Atlanta.
Yeah, right, and Harvey. But I wouldn't get too macho about Rob Lowe, because the story is up there that he went soliciting for these lesbians to put on a show for him.
Uh-huh.
And he got them. Now, also on this here, there was a couple of suites up there. The story is this girl's mother was also in the Hotel Hilton that same night. Not that she was in the suite that we know, but she was also placed in the Hotel Hilton there.
Isn't that interesting?
Now, also in the suite connecting there was Justine Bateman on the thing, and they had some stories. She was doing a little freebasing. And the most interesting thing, more comes out, the fellow in charge of all these Hollywood stars that brought them to the Atlanta convention happens to be Tom Hayden, who was in charge of them all.
Wow.
There's a lot more to this.
A lot more than meets the old eye.
Right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know. So that's what's going around up there.
Yeah, I think it's hard to swallow, if I can use that expression.
Right, and this is on all the radio stations, all the TV, all day long.
That's all anybody's talking about, man, is Rob Lowe.
Right.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Right.
Yeah, he got what he wanted, man. He got all his publicity.
Oh, yeah.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Okay, it's a little Plant City music for you there.
Your
yeah, he's
favorite.
just everywhere, man. He's plastered all over. Well, his last movie was a bomb.
Yeah.
What was it? It's
well, that one on cable, it's called Illegally Yours. It's just a horrendous
a bomb.
movie. Just awful.
Oh, look at this. We have some fact stuff that Sharon finally brought in. She hasn't been speaking to us this morning because we've been ripping her guest. Look at that. There's Harry. It might not be as bad as everyone thinks. Isn't that cute? What is this? A most valuable programming tool for getting a record played. Bill Wise not adding your record. Bill hasn't added this record yet, but you can. Indigo Girls, their debut album featuring Closer to Fine and Kid Fears.
Really?
On all these great stations it's got listed here, like about 20 stations. But isn't that great? And this is R&R. It's got a big thing here. Bill Wise not adding your record. And here's an upside-down picture. Now, no, this has got to be... Is this for real?
That's funny.
Look at that.
Funny.
Look
Oh,
at
here's
that.
Mr. Arnold.
And it's got Spike Wise's picture there upside down. If that's real, that's going to be incredible.
That's
Look
great.
at this big... This is from the Budweiser thing, the Cub fan and Budman. There's Harry.
Bill Indigo Boy Wise. It's
shocking. And here's our friend Wayne Arnold with, I can't believe you actually showed up today, man. It's just too much for us to ask. Thank you so much.
You got the day off today?
Bacon cheeseburgers. Oh, man.
Bernadette.
Well, Bernadette, thank you from the bottom of my parts, okay? Thanks
Hi,
a
Mr.
million.
Arnold.
You have no idea. Monday I was sick as a dog, and I couldn't eat anything. And if I can't eat these, then you know I'm on death's door, okay? Thank you. Thanks very much. Boy, this is great. I wonder if Todd's in the building. Is Todd here? Not that I really care, because we don't... Huh? He's not here today? Well, that's good. Have a nice life, Todd. But Todd's been shining us a lot. And then, of course, Ross came in yesterday, and he was just getting over the thing with Sharon. And then you made some kind of comment about he's not your type.
Oh, will you forget about that?
And people are still talking about that at the water cooler.
Well,
man.
what does that tell you?
In fact, there are more people in this part of the building talking about that than Rob Lowe. Now, what does that tell you?
Exactly.
Look at that. These are little bacon cheeseburgers. I didn't even know they made these at Royal Castle.
I didn't either.
Oh, my God.
You're right. These really are hitting the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Indigo Wise. Indigo Girl Wise.
God, is this good.
I love that.
Wow. Now I'm going to need some soda to go with it, huh?
Good luck.
What?
I said good luck.
You don't think anybody's going to bring soda? How about we got 3
might.
boxes full today?
They might.
We can't eat all of these.
No.
But after Roger and Nick have a few, I'll be... Roger will give me a soda. It's the least he can do. It's 11:58 at WIOD. See, I know how to embarrass people. Well, we've been feeding everybody for a long time, okay?
Exactly.
Because there are a lot of people who are not too crazy about the show, but they love the food, you know? They hate the show.
Yeah.
But they love the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a little confused about this room.
Huh. Like Nick, he hates the show, but he loves the food. He loves the food.
You know, I was up in the front lobby up there yesterday, you know, seeing an old friend of ours. You know the show?
Sandy?
No, Sharon. And do you know the show's on?
Oh, you mean the girl that got the scapegoat?
The scapegoat. Mm-hmm. You know, the sales department said this will solve all our problems.
Anything diet, you know, like anything that's wet.
And the show's on up there.
Up where?
In the lobby. I didn't know that. At least it was yesterday.
Oh, so we can't mention that Sandy stole all that stuff yesterday? All those, well, she didn't, that's a bad word, isn't it? She stole. She kind of requisitioned all those pops that came in the other day for all of us. And look at this. Here's Mitch, who just came in and got his dental work finished. We've been listening to the drilling. It must be great. So he's here just in the nicotine. We're going to pause now. April Wortham has the noon WIOD news, and we'll come back at 12:05, right in the middle of lunch.
WIOD in Broward, or 655 and 278 WIOD in the Palm Beaches. Other areas may call collect. The opinions expressed by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily those of the station. Now, here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to broadcast. I love myself.
Now that was good. See, because I caught him in the middle of
I like it.
12:05 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463. Lunch today is spectacular. We thank Wayne Arnold and his lovely wife for these incredible Royal Castles, including little bacon cheeseburgers. I just can't get over how good they are, okay? Is it for real?
Still looking for radio records, but look at this. This is another trade, and it's
The Hard Report.
Oh,
Bill
my
Wise
God, look at this. Bill Wise adds Indigo Girl.
Headline, biggest story.
Who can blame him? Congratulations, Bill, on the birth of your brand new daughter, Abigail Jane Wise, the newest Indigo Girl. So he's doing kind of like a Rob Lowe thing, okay? He's getting his name in all these magazines. Here from, what is this? The what report?
Hard Report.
The Hard Report?
Careful.
Sharon, what kind of publications have you been reading? Does this have something to do with Ross? Does this have something to do with Ross? You're sure now? If you rip him again, man, I'm never going to speak to you again. WZTA Miami has been at the center of numerous format switch rumors the last month or so. Fuel to the fire are the new billboards that say, watch this space, and have local tongues wagging over the possibility that Zeta may be in line for some radical surgery.
Really?
It says.
Huh.
Well, we got some heavy-duty stuff here. It's about time.
Radical.
Closer to fine, Indigo Girls. Bill Wise had Indigo Girl. Look at that. There's Bill Spike Wise with his little new baby girl. Isn't that cute? Boy, you talk about really sucking around, Spike. He's still a putz, you know, but regardless of any of this.
This is obviously the biggest story in AOR land.
Yeah, it's a big hype job. Yeah, let's get the real story on that. Well, see, that was obviously a prelude. It's all a setup deal, you know. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. 12:07 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade at 751-946-9463. We're eating lunch, so if we sound a little like, messed up, of course we are. Boy, this is great. This just hit the spot so perfectly today, didn't it?
Yeah, you were right, as usual.
Wayne, you're a wonderful American, and we just worship the ground that you stand on.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I'm serious. Boy, these are tremendous. Should we take a call? Because I see we still got two open lines in Dade County. What's going on here? Oh, they know that Nick is on the board now. Kendall, hello.
Neil, how you guys doing?
Great.
Glen, how you doing?
Okay.
Where's the address to that place, Arnold's?
They're at the corner of Northwest 7th Avenue and 125th Street. North Miami, right off, like a block off I-95.
Yeah. That's on the west side of 95?
On the west side of 95, yeah.
Okay.
On the west side of 441.
All right, I called to tell you that I was in Atlanta for dinner during the Democratic convention.
Is there anybody in this audience who hasn't been in Atlanta?
No, I went to there's a great Russian restaurant at the rooftop in the Hilton.
You went to Atlanta for dinner?
Well, I was driving back home from the Midwest, and we stopped there for dinner. We had restaurants.
I see.
We had reservations at this place for like 3 months in advance.
Ah.
But I saw Rob Lowe talking to Jesse Jackson. Do you think that might be interesting or something?
Could be fascinating. Could be shocking.
Yeah, what could be so shocking in 20 minutes?
I don't know. Well, of course, when you've been in Lantana all your life, anything, I guess, could be shocking.
All right, Glenn, I decided to honor your request and not talk about baseball today.
Well, I think you're the first one, sir, so I thank you profusely.
Shame on you, sir.
All right, I never knew they made bacon cheeseburgers there.
I didn't either.
I don't think they do. I think they made these special for us.
Oh,
they were incredible.
Just for you guys?
Yeah.
Like, so any...
Are they all gone?
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can't go in there and get them?
What?
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can't go in there and get one?
I don't know. Ask for them. See what they tell you.
All right.
And when they stop laughing, then we'll know the answer.
All right, you guys have a good day, and say hi to Mr. Blockbuster over there for me.
Okay.
Bye.
See you. 12:09 at WIOD. We have 3 lines open on the board, so I guess everybody else got hungry and they're all out to lunch, and that's our audience, out to lunch. What are you doing? You already getting this? Oh, I don't. Oh, what is Disney can't read anyway? It's Disney's copy. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about him. I had him up to my ears already. Okay. All these stupid little memos he sends me copies. I'm telling him to go mind his own business. All right, we're doing a radio show.
Oh, they like it
I'm
when
not
they go play
complaining.
golf.
I'm just fingering them for the audience, okay? I just want the audience to know how little they do around here. Thank God for that. That's the only reason we're so successful. If they were out here all the time messing around with everybody's show, we wouldn't have any numbers. Well, these are great. Well, these are our last ones, huh?
Yeah, they're
because they're all gone.
That's it.
Jared had some, by the way, and he offered to put some ketchup on it. You know, for a nice Jewish kid, I don't think he was like that when he came here. I think it's Sharon that's influencing him very. He's saying incredible things lately. 10 minutes past noon at WIOD. There's an open line in Broward and one in Boca. I just mentioned that. Don't feel compelled. I mean, if you're out there having a busy noon hour, you're driving around, you're having lunch or whatever, don't worry about us. We'll be okay. Believe me. Now that we ate, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, we ate. Mitch brought us some Cokes.
So it really is an ad here. You know, this is all a big hype job for Bill Wise with a picture and everything. I mean, jeez, come on, Spike. This is pathetic. You know what? Pathetic. Isn't it?
It's weird.
Talk about contrived.
Surprising. But
anyway, if you're hungry right now, I want you to head over to Char Hut because... Did you hear that, what Andy has been telling Sharon? This is like a soap opera here. Andy has been saying to Sharon that we've been bad-mouthing her. We haven't said anything that wasn't true. I mean, when she said that Ross had lips like a duck-billed platypus or some disgusting thing like that, she deserved to get ripped, okay? That was the cruelest thing. And if she said it and it was true, I mean, that would be cruel, but at least it would be true.
Yeah.
But Ross is like God, okay? Even though he's not your type.
What must he think of me?
Well, I don't really care what... I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He's got a good sense of humor. Does anybody know where he goes to school? Does he go to U of M?
I don't know. I hope he has a good sense of humor.
He does have a good sense of humor. He would have come in here and popped several people in the mouth already, including Sharon. No, she was hostile and vicious when she said it, so she's got no bones coming.
Well, she's like that. She rolls along, sweet,
yeah,
great.
And then she has one of her screaming sessions with Steve, and she takes it out on everybody else like the intern. So Andy's a great guy. We've been trying to keep his job for him, and we've been going to bat, running a whole campaign, and we feed him. Of all the people in the newsroom, we always make sure Andy gets fed first because we know any meal could be his last. And he's bad-mouthing us to Sharon. How do you like that? Isn't that embarrassing? So from now on, Ross comes in first, then Jarrett, then Todd, then anybody else who's hanging out. Because Andy's on a diet. And we wouldn't want to interfere, would we? West Palm Beach, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Neil, I just, being a transplant from Buffalo, New York, I just had to check with you on something. You guys get Buffalo-style chicken wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blue cheese is not for the celery.
Oh.
Oh, well, they always say there's a big debate about whether the blue cheese is for the celery or for the wings.
It's not. It is. It's for the wings. That's
well, I've never tried that, but since I love blue cheese so much, that sounds great.
That is how you eat Buffalo-style wings. You dip them in the blue cheese.
Well, of course, when you're dealing in Buffalo, where the people's brains are frozen 8 months out of the year.
How come Joey never told us that?
I have no idea.
Do you remember Mike's subs?
Huh?
You remember Mike's subs? Well, I'm eating with my mouth full, which is generally the best way to eat.
Yeah.
Mike's subs. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
In Buffalo.
Right.
The best. They were great.
They were great. But that's it, Neil. I just had to clarify that so you guys would be able to enjoy those.
I never heard that.
Okay, next week when they come in, we'll do it your way.
Try it.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
So next week we're dipping it in blue cheese.
I'll do it. I've never had it that way.
Jared said he was going to dip it in blue cheese too next week. Mm-hmm. Boy, these are good, huh? So Steve today's got that douchebag Felipe Rivero on to spew anti-Semitism for 4 hours.
Now, to cheer you up because of that, there is a little item here in the Star. Now, this sort of fits in with the Rob Lowe type of stuff. It says here, here's a surprise exclamation point. Michael Jackson has a secret bachelor pad in Los Angeles.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be as good as the Rob Lowe stuff. And he's hanging out with a 16-year-old girl and a llama.
Now, friends say he's a late bloomer who recently discovered the opposite sex and has taken to partying and entertaining pretty girls at the Hideaway. Recently, he and one girl and several guys dropped by an L.A. supermarket at 1 a.m. for donuts, vodka, beer, and Pepsi.
Yeah.
And all went back to his place to party, according to the Star.
With donuts.
And Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts and Pepsi. Party, a real party.
Party animal, man. And he probably listens to GTR. I don't know why, because they would never play his music, but he probably listens to GTR. 1217 at WIOD, an open line in Dade, just in case. I don't want to get pushy here today, because I know it's Wednesday. 751 WIOD. Jupiter, hello.
Hello, Neil. Hello, Bird.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to talk to these guys with these Castle Burgers and get them to open up a franchise in West Palm, man. We don't have anything like that up here.
Well, you don't have anything, period.
Hey, big guy. Well, hey, we got Lee Fowler, man.
Like I said.
Like he said.
Hey, Neil, I just wanted to call you and tell you something. I, for one, appreciate very much you not bombarding the audience with all this controversial BS constantly like all the other talk show hosts and stuff.
Yeah, no, I got sick of it a long time ago, and everybody else did too. And there's some people who pretend they still care about it, but they don't. For example, last night I was at my mother's for dinner, and we were watching the news, and they had this. CNN was on, and the newscaster was interviewing some douchebag about the NATO talks and Bush, and I said to myself, this is so boring. I'm going to pass out. You know, I don't think we need to be oblivious, but geez, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Everybody in South Florida is bombarded.
People are slaughtering each other, and they're doing the same old crap, and they're cutting their kids up in pieces and putting them in trash cans. I mean, the world is nuts, okay? The world is a nut house.
We all know that, too.
And everybody's got all the answers. You know, they're all sitting, you're going to come up with the answers on a radio talk show. They're just like those pseudo-psychological shows, Dr. Tony Grant and all these other fakers that come on the air, and you talk to them for 3 minutes, and the poor woman on the phone is sobbing, and she's ready to blow her brains out, and the music comes up in the back. Well, I'm so sorry, but our time is up. But I certainly wish you the very best. And the click, and you can just imagine a woman on the other end of the phone slitting both wrists, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
She's really going to solve her problems in 3 minutes on a radio talk show.
I listen to IOD for three reasons. Ranieri, Rogers, and Miami Dolphins football. I just can't handle Steve Kamen.
Now, don't start attacking Steve, okay? I mean, even if it's true, don't start attacking him.
God, Neil, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Now, you're talking about arrogance, man. This guy must have a plate of arrogance before he gets...
Well, he does, as a matter of fact. Arrogance and asparagus. He loves them both.
Yeah. Neil, do me a favor. I was surprised to hear that you've been in the business for 30 years. Tell us some of the stations you've worked for before. I'll hang out and listen. I'm curious.
Okay, great. Okay, that'll be coming up in the next hour. 20 past noon. Some of the stations that I've worked for...
Batavia,
New York, Albion, Michigan, Sarasota, Florida, Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Almost went to work in Dunkirk and Fredonia.
Yeah.
But couldn't get the job. 20 minutes past noon at WIOD. Lauderhill, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, Bird.
Yeah.
Listen, Neil, did you catch the Miami Herald Broward Edition local news front page this morning?
No chance.
Oh, come on. They're talking about plantation again.
Mm-hmm.
What? Plantation?
I love plantation, sir.
Pardon me?
I love plantation.
I know you do. You must love the police department, too. They're just fine officers. They ticketed a man, and he is the first one for being guilty of an obscenity, a lewd...
An obscenity?
Obscenity, excuse me. Tongue twister. But no, they...
he was doing a tongue twister?
Yeah, but the...
With Rob Lowe?
The plantation police, proud of their first obscenity conviction in the county. The news spread so quickly that this gentleman started getting phone calls from the television, news stations, etc.
Good. He'll probably be on Maury Puppick pretty soon and make $1 million.
Well, the young man just pulled up to a stoplight, and they ticketed him, and the police, he said to the officer he'll peel it off, but it cost him $65, and Plantation's finest are really proud of it.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad that they're doing something to protect all of us over there, okay?
Well, see, that's just it, because they do have one of the, they have more breaking and entering in Plantation than any other municipality, so I was told. I don't know. Anyway, listen, have a great life.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. What was he talking about?
I didn't. It was too fast.
Didn't he start out, he was saying about, isn't it great that we don't talk about all these serious, depressing things, and then he was talking about the plantation police? I mean, he was a good guy, but it seems like there was a little contradiction there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Because that was pretty depressing.
I lost it.
In fact, they may come and arrest him for an obscene phone call. The one he just made here. Boy, that was good. I just found a little onion on the Rob Lowe's picture here.
Lucky.
Well, I guess none of us are ever going to be able to look at Rob Lowe again straight in the face and... see, I don't believe any of it. I still believe it's all a gigantic publicity stunt. It's all been orchestrated.
Could be.
I mean, even he's not that stupid that he's going to do something like this by accident. There's going to be all this gigantic publicity. You know, get the big name lawyers will come in there, and then the girl will admit that she had a phony ID and that she wanted whatever was going on, you know, and that'll be it.
I see.
And they'll slap him on the wrist, and they'll make him do 400 hours of community service over in Beverly Hills, you know.
Pay a fine. Which will really
They'll have
hurt
to stand on the corner there on Hollywood and Vine and hand out street maps of the celebrities' houses for free.
I see your point. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and it's working like a charm, boy.
Yeah.
The media.
You know, because his last movie was a bum. We started this a while ago. We got sidetracked because this is the heavy-duty story. And he's been, like, lagging. You know, he was in a lull there, so now he needed to get back on the front pages, and this is a way to do it.
Boy, did he's on.
Oh, sure. He's everywhere.
Incredible.
He's like stink on mung.
And the media just eats this up, so to speak.
Performing shocking acts with a female while another man looks on. That is, I think, again, it's within the context of his image. I think any act with a female for him would be shocking. I still believe that. He'd have to do it in front of me. I'd have to be the man watching to believe it, okay?
Okay.
I just am not convinced.
All right.
In fact, maybe we could set that up. 23 past noon at WIOD. Isn't it amazing we're going to do the melting pot next? Because I was just thinking of Rob Lowe at the pot having dessert with the white chocolate with amaretto. And when it came time for everybody to dip their banana in the white chocolate, I wonder just what Rob Lowe's excuse would be, huh? Would he give us the same lame excuse that Michael J. Fox gave?
Oh.
No, I don't know. Only a real experience, I guess, could prove it. Anyway, if you want a great dining experience tonight, then the Melting Pot is the place for you. It's rated 3.5 stars by the Herald, of all people. And you know those fakers at the Herald, man, they are so stingy with their stars, they hang on to them like it was life and death. You'd think that Dick Capen's very existence hinged on those stars. That's how they squeeze them as tight as they can. But they handed out 3.5 to the Melting Pot. That's about as close as perfect as you can get. It's also rated as one of the top 10 restaurants by... Okay, I'm going to give it a try. I still got these stupid headphones on. No, I was going to let the audience in on what Sandy requisitioned yesterday that we were supposed to take home. But I was a little bit short here. See, it was well intended, but I just ran out of time. Yeah. But it was good that I had that little thing there because it gave me a chance to squawk it up.
Sure.
In fact, that would be a real good one. I don't know, is it too long, do you think?
To do
what?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not...
It'll work right out.
No? He's going to run out of
Not bad.
Gave it a good shot, I'll tell you. He really gave it a good shot.
Pretty good.
Sandy says she did not keep the food. She distributed it to the staff. Okay, don't get surly, Sandy. It's just a little joke, okay?
See, she's listening.
Now,
it's on.
Who was the one that accused her of, was it Laura?
Yeah.
Laura came in and went nuts. She said, Sandy is hoarding all the food. It's supposed to go to everybody in the building, and she's got it all put away in Cheryl's freezer there, and she's stealing all of our stuff. It was Laura who said that. We don't know. We're back here minding our own business, Sandy, so don't get surly with us.
Yeah.
It was Laura, okay? And probably because Laura's doing too much monkey business with Ross in the newsroom, that's why she's getting so psychotic lately, okay? Hollywood, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I need a red rubber ball. Put that on for a talk-up.
You want to hear what?
The Circle. I have some trivia to tell you about him.
More trivia about the Circle?
Guess where who this group played for opening act? Candlestick Park, the Beatles' last concert.
You know something? We already know it.
Station,
I hit it and he was talking. Boy, that's just enough to frost my ass.
All over it.
No respect.
Didn't walk all over. You walked all over it, sir. You walked all over the Circle, jerk.
You're the third person that's told us this.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's okay.
I tried to catch you Friday, and I held on for about 40 minutes, and I had to hang
up. No, I'd be okay with him, but he stepped on the record, so, you know.
You won't do it again, will you?
Never. They played with the Beatles.
I'm ready to broadcast.
Candlestick Park.
I love myself.
That wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah. Neil, did you see Major League?
No.
Great movie.
Is it?
Yeah, you got to see it.
Who's
hilarious.
In it? Who's in it?
Oh God, I don't see too many movies. I haven't seen movies. You know.
It's, in other words, nobody memorable.
It's very good.
Okay.
You'll love it. All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, see ya. Well, I would watch Major League, but I saw the Mets for a while last night. That was the next best thing. 29 past noon, boy, I'm gonna rub it in those Mets fans, man. Even though it may not last, every chance I get, I'm gonna rub their noses in it. They suck, okay? They're pathetic.
Yes.
10-3. They've lost 2 in a row to the Giants. They've lost, I think, 4 in a row overall, something like that. Pathetic.
Guess what is the biggest baseball movie? This, according to the Star, has the most popular baseball movies and what they made. What do you think is the most? You want to guess what the most popular baseball movie of all time is? You know,
the Chico Carrasquel story.
Excellent guess. No, according to the Star, the new Star, making $23.9 million. The biggest, most popular
Wade Boggs story.
Close. The Bad News Bears.
Oh yeah, that was never any doubt. Wasn't Yogi Bear in that one?
Yeah.
12:30 at WIOD, and let's go to Hallandale. Hello,
Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing? I have some very important information about Steve Kane.
Now this is not going to be another shot, is it,
Deep
sir?
Throat. This is true. Now, I have a bunch of friends at different locations of Blockbuster videos. Someone that looks very much like Steve has been in there trying to check out a load of videos with cards that have been glued together.
Now we're beginning to understand this, yeah.
Now, I tune
so all you suckers out there in the audience, when those bills start coming in, don't...
Now I understand why he's doing it.
There you go. I knew there had to be a valid reason somewhere.
We finally got to the bottom.
I just said it looked like him.
That's what Rob Lowe said, too.
Now, about the Rob Lowe thing, I have some belated birthday wishes for the bird. I gave a message with Judy T. I don't know if you ever got it.
I didn't, but thanks a lot, Dee.
Okay, but I do have something from Harry Carey for you before I leave, if Neil will permit. But about the Rob Lowe video, I suggest when you do get your copy, you let Tom Denenberg view it so he can gain back his 2 inches, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and also, I didn't see...
Well, you know what Ralph Donner said, sir. You don't know what you got until you lose it.
There you go.
And that's what Denenberg's been singing that song in the hall for 2 days now.
Now, the red rubber ball stuff, that was written by Paul Simon. Did anyone tell you that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you going to have Dion on the show soon?
Well, I don't hear any more about that. You know, that's Bill Mullen is handling that specs thing. And of course, once Bill Mullen touches something,
if you get
it's
him
always
on,
in doubt. You know,
if you get him on, he was one of he was the 4th guy on the bill with Buddy Holly. He was supposed to be on that plane. You get him on, ask him about that.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to reminisce about that.
Of course. Now, I have a birthday wish from Harry.
We could, play La Bamba and Big Bopper and, make him feel right at home.
Yeah, of course. Now, here's my birthday wish. This is from Harry Carey for the bird, okay? I'm a Garnish Cup fan and a bird man, and I trust you are too.
I'm a donuts man, a vodka fan, and a beer and Pepsi drinker, and I think you are too.
And if that wasn't enough, sir...
Why are so many people listening to the Bill McQuaig Show? Well, one reason is guests like Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who led the expedition that found the Titanic, and Dolphins owner Joe Robbie, and Academy Award-winning actress Patty Duke. Another reason is, so far, we haven't told a single caller to get off the phone, you cretin. Won't you tell a friend? The Bill McQuaig Show, a great way to wind down from the morning rush.
610 WIOD.
Ooh, it's so good.
12:33 at WIOD. I love that Mr. Food thing there.
Yeah.
Don't you like that?
Is that who that is? Mr. Food?
Well, Mr. Food Jr.
I see.
Anyway, we're really rolling, rocking, and socking now, boy, I'll tell you. Since we got that red rubber ball call, we've been just really doing it. Anyway, I want to remind you that our friends from Telstar... Isn't this incredible? The 22-year-old car detailer in Plantation, to go back to the guy called earlier, got the ticket. First driver in Broward convicted of having an obscene bumper sticker on his car.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. But
there was a lewd, alliterative slogan suggesting the driver liked to find women, have his way with them, and forget them.
Oh, I see.
Isn't that great? Great job, Plantation Police, you fascist pigs! You make me sick! No wonder your cars are brown. Just like your noses. It said, Morgan says now he's worried about another sticker on his car. It used to say Hot 105, but I cut the numbers off. He said, can I get in trouble for that? Now it just says hot. Uh-oh. Can't be hot in Plantation, pal, okay? You have to get a motel outside the city. You have to go like the Sunrise. 12:37 at WIOD. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, that guy belongs to the 4F Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't do requests on your show, right?
Well, it all depends. I mean, if you beg real hard and you promise to do exciting things.
Okay, I don't want to honor the request of Glen said this morning about talking about the Cubs. Whose show is it anyways?
It's my show. And if I want to talk about the Cubs, the whole show, I'll do it. See, but
go ahead. Let's see.
He gets sour and hostile and hysterical because we're supposed to talk about Phoebe Cates and how big her breasts are the whole show. You know?
No. Now, wait a minute. Now, why are you calling up looking for trouble?
I'm not calling.
He's just giving his opinion. He's a great American, and he wants to give his opinion. You're interrupting him.
That's right.
No, I don't think you completely understand, sir.
Do we have to shut his mic off again, sir?
Yes, we do.
Not yet,
ready?
but we're working on it. Go ahead.
Each time he has to talk about Phoebe and Gabby.
Sir.
I mean, let him butch up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ross isn't his type.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's all I had to say, Neil. Tell him butch up a little and slap him upside the head.
Okay.
All right, bye.
See you.
What a jerk.
Good call. 12:38, 22 till 1. Boy, this is going by real fast today. Yeah, Cubs game doesn't start till 7:30, so I got some breathing. Who's pitching, by the way, tonight? We got the sports section.
Where's that last caller? Boy, it was rolling along until he came on.
Ooh, it's so good.
Oh,
Mr. Food just stepped on the mermaids, man.
That'll teach you.
He stepped right on their tails, didn't he? Well, he just couldn't get it out. He was too busy choking on those wings from that other place. Let's see here. Tonight, somewhere. Expos at the Dodgers at 4:05. Oh, Anil Hershiser is pitching for the Dodgers, so hopefully he'll finally come back to reality and they can win a game. That stinking Montreal, boy, they pulled that game out last night. It made me sick. I was pacing the floor all night.
His name is Anil?
Well, I call it. His name is Oral.
Okay.
Which sounds like some kind of a mouth disease, doesn't it? So I call him Anil Hershiser. Cubs. Oh, Paul Kilgus, speaking of a disease, against Smoltz. Smoltz for the Braves. Oh, boy, we got some real tourists coming up tonight, folks.
Smoltz?
Wow.
Is that a word? Smoltz?
Yeah, Smoltz. 6-3 for the Braves. Oh, boy. And Paul Kilgus with that great earned run average in his last 3 starts of 4.67. Boy, See, the Cubs have got 3 great starting pitchers. They got a terrific bullpen. They got 3 great starting pitchers, Sutcliffe, Maddox, and Balecki. And then they got Sanderson, who occasionally looks like he knows what he's doing, but is shaky at best. And then Kilgus, who, forget it. Every once in a while he acts like he knows what he's doing. I'd like you could go out there and put on an act, but after a while it gets old. 20 till 1 at WIOD. Here's a bird translator on 4. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Neil.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify what the bird said yesterday when you mentioned about Russ, what he thought about Ross, excuse me. His exact words were, "He's more your type than mine." And then you said, "What does that mean?"
Is that really what I said?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, what does that mean, sir?
To you.
I don't know. You'll have to ask the bird.
You don't know. In other words, it begs the question, what does that mean, right?
That's right.
And I don't think we've had an answer, have we?
Not yet. We've had an answer, but I don't think it's the right answer.
Yeah, we've had an excuse. We've had a cover-up, but I don't think it's the right answer. We need to bring Maury Pupik down here to get the right answer.
I think you guys have to do what you taught me a long time ago. Consider the source. I think that's the key to this whole thing.
Consider the source?
Exactly. You have to...
Sounds like a scream to me.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of smoke to me.
Now, I have one prediction here.
Yeah.
I predict by the end of the year, the bird will be sports intensive. Because little by little, if you hear your recordings day after day,
there's no question.
More and more involved.
Yeah, he is. You're right. With the horse racing, first he hated that with a passion. Now he's obsessed. He even watches. I want to show you how bad it is. He even watches the races, the replays on Sunshine at night. Okay, that's how obsessed he is with horses now.
Often I do.
So by the end of the year,
when are you and Rich and I going to go out to Calder?
One of these Thursdays.
Oh, now one of these Thursdays. That's such a lame. That's not specific. Like next Thursday.
A week from
tomorrow? A week from this Thursday.
Okay.
We'll go out there. We can get there by the 4th race.
That's fine. That's one of these Thursdays, isn't it?
Yeah. Rich can drive us all in his big limo.
Neil, is there any chance that the bird could be a guest on the sports program?
Sports Talk, yeah. They invited him, as a matter of fact.
No, they did not.
Found out he knew, seriously, they found out he knew more about a lot of the sports than they do.
I was going to say,
but he didn't want to show him up. He didn't want to get into that
feud. None of them know what they're doing on there, so the bird would fit right in.
Come on now, Hank knows his horses, okay?
That he does.
You can rip Sonny and Joe because they're on their way to Omaha, so there's no problem with them.
Are they going to stay there?
Come on now, be a nice guy.
I heard they bought him a one-way ticket.
Have a great day, pal.
Okay.
Okay. Boy, starting to start that up with the sports people again.
Yeah.
Better be nice or Rick Weaver will come back in tomorrow morning again.
Now, I know.
I bet you he will be here tomorrow, now that I think of it.
Probably
Sonny and Cher are both in
Omaha.
He will be here
tomorrow. We'll have a great talk with him.
Boy, no wonder he was surly the other day, because that's unusual for Rick.
Yeah. I'm going to shock you again.
And he was in that booth all alone. I never got a chance to speak to him. In fact, since we've been here, I've never had a chance to speak to Rick. But he was in the sports booth, and as I walked by, he was staring at a picture on the wall, and he kept saying, Mr. Robbie, Mr. Robbie, Mr. Robbie. I didn't understand it. Mr. And he kept saying, Mr. Miami, hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Steve.
Steve?
I'm sorry. You were talking about Steve, and I said Steve.
No, we're not talking about Steve. I just said I didn't agree with the thing, and don't send me your cards, and I don't want to get conned into that, and now everybody's picking on Steve. Leave him alone. After he does the show today, then pick on him, okay, because he deserves it for bringing his douchebag on the air. This is the worst.
Well, listen, the reason I'm calling, I thought I'd tell you what happened today. Just a little while ago, I'm coming out of the parking lot, shopping center, in Coconut Grove, and I'm trying to get out of the parking lot. There's this big cement truck blocking the way.
Yeah.
I can't see coming out, right? But finally I made it, right? I go, you're parking in a bad place. He goes, shut up, lady. So I had to call him an asshole.
Well, this wasn't in Plantation, was it?
No, it was in Coconut Grove.
Okay, well, that's good. You can say that in the Grove, because there are a lot of them in the Grove, okay?
There's a lot.
Okay, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Wow, she was about to step all over that, huh? Boy, that reminds me of a cart that I haven't heard yet today. It was so close.
Oh, a talk-up cart, maybe?
By far the most significant problem facing man today is the production of food and fiber to meet the necessities of life. Even with the so-called food surpluses that currently have plagued the United States and the Western world, if all the food in the world were equally distributed among all the people in the world, we would all be in a state of starvation. Which means that somebody's cheating somewhere along. I think we're the ones, too. 11 minutes past 11, here's Bobby Dare, Dream Lover. Every night. Oh, that sounded bad. Now we got to try that again. This is a very classic program for the entire family. Don't like to run over the records when they start singing. Okay, here we go. Hello there, the Rick Shaw Show on a Sunday night. WQAM, here's Bobby Dare to say Dream Lover!
Gets me every time. Every time.
It is.
It's just as amazing as the first time.
I don't think shocking is sufficient. Not even close to describe that cart. You know what? It is so embarrassing that it's just humiliating and degrading and mesmerizing is what it is. Even though I've played it 100 times, man, every time I still can't believe it's true.
Every time, I know.
Oh, what an honor. We get a call a day early from Mr. Kvetch over here. What do you want?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut up my underwear and send them to Steve Kane.
There you go.
I made the mistake.
Hey, all you ladies out there in the audience, cut up your panties and send them to Steve, okay? I'm sure he'd enjoy it a lot more than your Blockbuster card.
Oh, he went on and on about this pumpkin head.
Yeah.
And I went out and rented it.
Uh-huh.
It had to be the worst rip-off horror movie.
I never heard of it. I've heard of it, but I never heard anybody else talk about it.
It sucked.
Really?
It sucked.
Wow.
That would be all the more reason to cut up any card or any underwear.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, what's the deal with everybody picking on Glen?
Yeah,
everybody's picking on Glen. Didn't you hear that show yesterday?
No, I missed yesterday.
Well, if you had heard the show, see, he's trying to slip out of this.
No.
I was talking about Ross, one of our fine interns in the newsroom, who happens to be an incredible, wonderful guy, a college student.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He is a nice guy, and he's a great-looking guy. I mean, just on a scale of 10, I give him about an 82, okay? He's a terrific-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Sharon made these terrible insults the other day, said he had lips like a flat-billed douchebag platypus or something like that. And we got that all squared away. And then I made some comment yesterday about Ross when he'd come in here for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And the bird said, well, he's more your type. He's not my type. And I said, what does that mean?
Wow.
Now, since you are taking up the role here of defending him, you want to explain that to me?
Well, to me, it sounds like he turned Sharon down to begin with.
Oh.
Oh, you mean Ross?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I got news for you. Sharon couldn't get near his pupik, okay? That's what because Sharon is obsessed with him. She really is. She's just obsessed with him. I saw her crawling on her hands and knees trying to get near him. And he just, like, walks by and laughs. So that's why she made those disgusting comments. Because her philosophy is if you can't get it, rip it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In other words, pretend you don't want it.
Sounds like something Arlene would write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can understand, but
We
still...
tried to get Arlene in the building, but
So all
our
it is,
shoehorn wasn't big enough.
all it is, Paul, is I just didn't choose my words carefully enough, which you have
No,
to
that's
do around
not what
there.
it was. It was a slip of the tongue. It was a Freudian slip,
Yeah.
and the whole audience is in an uproar. They were talking about this at the water cooler all day yesterday.
Slip of the tongue.
And when I got home, I was getting phone calls, and Fat Rich called breathlessly, and everybody was just up in arms, and I think there's more than this than meets the fly.
No, there isn't. I was just trying to say something else.
Because, for example, if Phoebe Cates came walking in here, God forbid, because that would be the end of the show, but if she came waltzing in, I wouldn't say she's cute, but she's not my type.
Mm-hmm.
I would say she's cute.
Well, that was kind of like the day. Remember the stripper, the Phoebe Cates lookalike came in there?
Yeah.
How could we forget?
And everybody was agreeable.
Yeah.
There were no cuts.
That's right.
Everything went smooth.
You're missing my point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe she did too. But anyway.
Have a nice day.
Good night.
That cleared up nothing.
Yeah, well, listen, if I was in trouble, if I dug a hole for myself, I can't think of anyone in the world I'd rather have come to my defense than Paul Harvey Jr., okay? I think you got real problems now.
Yeah.
We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. It's almost time for the big 1 to 2 hour today.
That's right.
Boy, this has just smoked right on by here. This is great.
Thank God.
Are they out playing golf yet? All those bureaucrats?
That's why, don't you notice how quiet it is?
I mean, this is ridiculous, okay? And they got some nerve. They probably were upset because I went home sick on Monday.
That's it. See?
Yeah, they probably were PO'd about that. Probably had a couple of executive meetings. Well, I better not let him do that again. But meantime, they don't do a damn thing in here. Nothing. All they do is go out and play golf and go to executive breakfast, power breakfast, and executive 3-hour lunches. And then there was early mid-afternoon liquid luncheon meetings that they have, you know. Anyway, we'd like to invite you to stop by at Toyota of Hollywood and check out the great 89 Toyotas because, like I've been telling you, now is the smart time to deal. I know that leaves a lot of you out, but if you do have any smarts, you'll go over there and make a deal right now because the prices, you just can't beat them with a stick. And if you're in the market for a quality...
Where day she's there, I say, please share my umbrella.
1252 at WID. That was one of the few Jewish groups from the British invasion. Those are the Hollies. Let's go to a mobile call in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Great.
Listen, I hate to call you with a beef, but
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. I know. But I really this is a serious beef. I'm very upset.
Okay.
I spent a lot of money to do something I've always wanted to do. I've waited decades to go on a cruise. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I took a cruise with the line owned by your friend and mine, Teddy Baby. Yeah, you know what I'm referring to? Are you there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. You know who Ted Aronson is.
Yeah.
He owns...
But don't get me started about Ted Aronson, okay? Because I have nothing. You don't look at me about cruise ships, okay? Because I don't have anything to do with cruises. I won't go on another one. I don't want to talk about them. So why are you taking that out on me?
Well, that's why I told you I hated to lay a beef on you, but I had to lay it on somebody.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Jesus Christ, I tried to get out of Miami for a week and have a good time, and what do I get? I get bingo. 25 hours a day.
Well, you could have gone to the Seminole Indian restaurant.
I tell you, I've never eaten such dog food in my life. I'm so disappointed.
Well, didn't I tell you this a long time ago? Haven't I always said that about cruise ships and all this big song and dance about? I don't want anything to do with that stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Because if I'm going to go out having a vacation or something, and if I'm having a bad time, I like to be able to move. Okay, when you're out there on a ship, you're kind of like a captive audience.
Yeah, but it was the ships themselves are all right. But I tell you, this dog food just really got me down. And
Okay, well listen, my 2 dogs are real hungry right now, so send it over. He was right. He was apologizing when the call started. He owes us another one.
Testing, 1, 2. Okay, I think we got let me get a little bit more compression going here. Because I'd love to hear myself the gravel. I got pipes there. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. What the hell am I talking about?
If you held a gun to my head, if you offered $50 million, we couldn't do that again in the history. I hit it. Did you see what happened? I hit it, and then I screwed up, and I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
And then I hit it again to cue up the record. I just started. A guy who never heard this card before, and he still can do it.
What does
he
that
can
say?
still do it. I never heard this card. He just brought this in here. Mitch just brought the card in here, and it was perfect. I mean, it wasn't close.
No, he nailed it.
Oh.
Nailed it. Beauty.
Yeah. I don't think I can continue.
I'm
It's going to be another one of those days I go home early and there's not even a ball game. I can't take it.
It takes a lot to impress me.
That was shocking.
I'm stunned.
Now, those of you who wonder, I mean, that word gets tossed around loosely, but that was shocking, okay? Rob Lowe in a sex act, it could have been close, but this was shocking. That was incredible. I think the Circle may make a comeback now after that, okay? Spike Wise may start playing the Circle after hearing that. That was... Boy.
Completed his thought.
Do we have this on tape? Just on the logger tape, huh? Do we have that?
No, he's got it.
We got it?
Yeah.
Oh, someday we got to hear that again.
Yeah.
I just got to hear what it sounds like.
Because it can't be repeated. It's unrepeatable.
In a million years.
No. Try would never be like that.
Oh. That was... can't recover. I just can't get it back. 12:56 at WIOD. You're going to cart it up. Nick says he's going to get it off the tape.
Oh, great.
That would be great. We could really make some mileage out of that, huh? God almighty, that was... How does he do it, huh? How does he do it? It's enough to make me flip my lid. Okay, we got an open line in Dade. How can we have an open line? Now, see, that's what you people piss me off, okay? We just heard something that you'll never hear again. You won't hear that on the Sandy Payton Show in a million years, right? You'll never hear that again if you listen to every market in the world. You'll never hear quite that accident again.
Not even on Sandy's
show?
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah, don't be so...
She has Peppy Fields doing talk-ups to Al Jolson records.
Yeah, don't be so quick.
Boca, hello.
Did you eat it?
What?
Did you eat it?
What?
The onion you dropped on the pitcher.
Yeah.
From Arnold's Burger.
Yeah.
This is Fat Rich Jr.
Okay, Rich.
I was in there yesterday. I picked me up a Neil Rogers six-pack.
What?
At Arnold's.
Oh, at Arnold's you were in there. Yeah. Well, I'm a little confused. See, I just had that shocking experience, and I'm still, incoherent. Would you agree with me, sir, that was mind-boggling?
It was. It was fantastic. You heard it.
Boy, I don't know what to say anymore. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just
No
speechless.
problem. I can understand your situation here.
Oh, man.
You can?
No, you can't.
Definitely. I was listening.
Oh.
I was the same way.
It was like it was laid right out. It was like one of those that they time out, with the lead.
Yeah.
And it just was a mess.
I know it was planned, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was contrived. It was a contrived talk-up.
Okay. But anyways, I picked me up a Neil Rogers six-pack.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Right.
And Mrs. Arnold was wonderful.
Great.
And
yeah, they're nice people.
Yeah, they really were. They cook them fresh right there while you wait.
Yes, they do. They don't see these other places that I don't want to mention any names, but there's one other that I have in mind that tries to pretend to be the old Royal Castle.
Oh yeah.
And they have them in a steam thing, and they've been cooked like 10 hours ago. In fact, the one in my area went out of business.
Yeah, one in my area went out of business.
Yeah, because they were terrible, and in fact, they also had hot dogs that were green. Okay.
Right, and those were supposed to be Vienna beef.
Yeah. Well, from Vienna, Austria, from 100 years ago. Okay.
And your hamburger bun is wet on one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great burgers.
That's why they're out of business, okay? So here, this is the real thing at Arnold's, boy. They are phenomenal.
So, Neil, I never got to tell you it was a pleasure meeting you.
Well, thank you.
Remember out of Penn Dutch?
Sure, whatever you say.
I was Fat Rich Jr.?
Yeah.
Everybody thought I was Fat Rich, and you were Steve King.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were there early, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
You were feeling real bad, but we still had a great
Yeah,
time.
I was getting sick that morning.
Yeah, you were.
And that's because Denenberg was out there.
Yeah, so I'm doing real good on my diet, too.
Good. Well, Tom's losing it.
Yeah, I stopped by Arnold yesterday.
In fact, if Tom loses another inch, I think he's going to be at neutral.
Ah. Well, I just want to let you know, also, my wife is a closet Neely.
Great.
And she doesn't like to admit it, but she comes home from work and talks all about you, and I go, well, how did you know that?
She heard it through the grapevine.
I listened to it for a few minutes
Yeah.
after lunch.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
And then she claims that she only listens to it because that way there she can have more to talk to me about when she gets home.
Right.
She knows I
Well, she must be quite a conversationalist. Okay, listen, have a great day. It's good hearing from you.
One thing real quick.
Yeah.
My wife's not a douchebag.
Okay.
Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, but she's working on it, evidently. We have an open line in Boca, 278-9463, the gigantic, massive 1 to 2 hour coming in the wake of that incredible, that I don't know what the hell to say anymore, okay? April Wortham has the 1 o'clock news. Steve, of course, has you-know-what this afternoon, and we'll be back at 1:05.
It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Hi, April. How you doing? Happy birthday, Andy. Sharon.
Yeah.
That Sharon, such an instigator, man. She was so nice up until a few days ago. She was always really great. And then all of a sudden something happened. She was the instigator, and she got me to kind of like, in a fun way, I was ripping Andy, remember? Because he allegedly said I was ripping her. This gets pretty complicated. But anyway, then I forgot because Ranieri had it on the birthday list. Today's Andy's birthday.
We forgot. Yeah.
And we forgot. I never would have done that. I'd have
forgot.
saved it for tomorrow. And his birthday cake is delicious. So happy birthday, Andy. And also, Todd was there in the newsroom with Jared and everybody else working away feverishly. Actually, Todd wasn't doing a damn thing. He was eating.
Our Todd?
And he said, what happened to you the other day? I said, I got sick. And he said, oh, I thought you got overheated. And I said, Todd, it would have had to have been on the day when Ross was here that I got overheated. And I don't think,
Was he okay, though, about that?
I don't think he liked that. I think there's some kind of competition going on in there, you know?
Good luck to him.
Although Todd does look very good today, which is why, of course, he didn't come in here because we didn't have any more food by the time he came in. The burgers were all gone. So he didn't come in to say hi, did he?
No.
Or are you guys okay? Can I do anything? Can I get you, anything?
I noticed that.
Didn't come anywhere near here.
No interest.
No food.
No interest. No.
Now, I remember the one day, Ross came in, he had that paper, what was the thing, New Times or something?
Mm-hmm.
That actually had to do with the show.
Wasn't that incredible? Even though we had already had it, still,
yeah,
it had to do with the
And he
show.
came, right over here and handed it to me as he kind of I didn't sit on my lap, but close to it.
He got close to you.
Close.
I noticed.
Not close enough, but close.
I watched.
So anyway, Todd, you're just, now look at that. Sandy is smiling and laughing and guffawing out there because she knows that she didn't do anything wrong yesterday. It wasn't your fault. It was that troublemaker Sharon again. Or Laura. One of those troublemakers. We got so many. The best news of all, though, guess who heard the Ricky Ticky talk?
Yes,
Steve Stansel,
I ran
who,
into
of course,
him.
has done all this great work. He was just obsessed.
Thrilled.
And you know the most incredible part? There's more.
What?
There's more.
I don't even know. Well, I tell you
I didn't even
here's
know that.
another great song on your great radio station. Hey, it's rock and roll, baby.
What a card. Now, that's a card.
This should be labeled the can't-miss card.
Yeah.
Okay? No matter where you start it, because I thought it was over, but I stopped it just to be sure before, and there's more, and he did it again.
He completed his thought.
As Harry would say, he did it again.
There may be more on there.
Oh, there could be more. Boy, it goes on and on and on.
I ran into him downstairs. He said he had heard it. He was just thrilled.
Yeah, I hope he heard that, because that was...
Probably did.
When we thought you could never do it again. That Ricky, never sell him short. Okay? We used to say that about Tom Denenberg, but... No more. Okay, we got an open line in Boca, 278-WIOD, 278-9463. Don't forget they're dark. Oh, geez, I just dropped those stupid headphones. They're dark at Calder today because they raced on Monday.
Like Johnny?
Johnny Darks at Calder. And a week from tomorrow, we're going to the track. Now, don't go, you just...
I
always back out of these things, okay? In fact, Ross is here tomorrow. I wonder if Ross would like to go to the track with us next Thursday. Would that change your mind? Would you be intimidated if he said yes?
Well, I would assume that he has
got other things to do, like go to school.
Or go to school.
He's not going to go, but I just said it to see if I get a reaction
just to
out
make
of you.
me crazy.
And sure enough, why would that make a difference to you?
Why is everyone looking for trouble
You could
today?
kind of hang out with Fat Rich, and I'll hang out with Ross.
That'd be all right.
Sounds like a great matchup to me.
That'd be okay with me.
And you notice Todd still didn't come in to say hi.
Paul Harvey was right. Everybody is picking on me today.
Well, yeah.
I guess I'm fun to pick on, huh?
Well, Sharon started it all. What happened to her anyway? It must have been when she went on vacation.
Yeah, it was right on that time.
She used to be just so great. And all of a sudden, she's like a bitch. No, that's a little extreme, isn't
it? Pretty strong.
Yeah. Well, let's put it in more reserved tone.
You're a bastard.
Yeah.
11 past 1 at WIOD. Let's do a little break here and talk about food, which we rarely do on this show. Boy, that ice cream cake, that dessert, that, see, I can't even talk anymore. I'm so obsessed with those tacos.
I know.
Boy, that was...
Andy's birthday
Twice.
Cake.
Yeah, happy birthday, Andy. Andy is 20 today.
Is he?
What does that mean? He's 20 today.
Yeah, great. Happy birthday.
It's a great age to be.
Oh, boy, is it ever.
Yeah.
You're right. Good. It is a great age.
He's a little too old for Rob Lowe, but 12 minutes past 1 at WIOD. And let's talk about DeSalvo's right. Important I was going to do right here at this juncture.
Really?
What was it? Oh, it was this card?
Finish the card.
Oh, that card, yeah. That was it.
That's it. That was enough, actually. Excellent job.
Yeah. Great job, Steve.
You're a bastard.
I was...
She stepped on it a little, but
it
for her
didn't
first
matter.
try, it still sounded good to me.
Yeah.
1:15 at WIOD, Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
What are you talking about? Food.
What?
Are you talking about food?
Yes, we're talking about food
I used to be
today.
afraid to eat pizza. Can you imagine that?
What?
Being afraid to eat pizza when I first came to this country. I didn't know what it was. I was 13 years old.
What was that, about 80 years ago?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe that?
Yes, I sure can.
But, you know, I had a classmate that bought me a Sicilian
What was his name, Methuselah?
She said, taste it, it's edible, it won't kill you. And I said, are you sure about that?
Are you cereal, you said?
I am serious.
You're a cereal, huh?
Pizza.
Wow.
I thought it was cobweb or something.
Okay, well, it's sure nice hearing from you.
They had pizza way back then?
Oh, boy, yeah.
Fascinating.
Even Methuselah used to have a great pizza, okay? In fact, I think in recent months I've had some that he had his teeth into. We have an open line in pizza, that is, in Dade County, 751-9463, 751-WIOD.
Oh, that was a call.
Oh, boy. What a pressure-packed day this
It is.
Just when you thought it was going to be another, just fly through the 4 hours.
It's intense in here.
Wow. Between Rob Lowe and... boy, now I feel good.
I hope so.
Now I had that great lunch from Royal Castle, and I had a nice piece of Andy's birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
Got a big smile from Todd in the newsroom, although he did not come in here to say, hi, how you guys doing?
There's no food in here.
Because there's no food in here. See, Ross at least comes by, and maybe he doesn't mean it, but he puts on I think he does mean it, puts on the pretense of caring about this show and about us. But Todd, he makes it very clear that he don't have any idea what's going on in here and couldn't care less. And if we got some free chow, he's ready for it, okay? If we beg hard enough, he might come in here. That's all right, Todd. We understand. We don't take it personally, okay? Because I know you got a lot of important things to do with Jared in the newsroom, okay? And Sharon said she'd like to watch. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil, play Misty for me.
Oh, jeez. Evelyn. How you doing, Evelyn? Okay, nice talking to you. Remember Evelyn?
Mm-hmm.
117 at WIOD. Let's go to that was in a mobile car, a mobile thing. Hello.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Yeah.
Bird, how you doing?
All right.
I've got a couple of things. First of all, I don't think you'll be doing any Claude Pepper imitations anytime soon.
Oh, please, sir. Come on. That was a terrible thing to say.
I'm sorry.
Well, the guy was, look, he was 88 years old, okay? Nobody's happy when somebody dies, but he was 88 years old, so, nobody lives forever, okay?
Exactly. That is correct. Tomorrow there's a horse in the 7th. Dyke's
Oh, geez. What is it?
Dyke's Image.
Yeah, I know that horse. Now, you may laugh, but I was at Calder one day last summer, and that horse came in and paid about $60.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, of course, I didn't have it.
I had a little spy report here.
Mm-hmm.
The other day on the Craig Worthing show, it gives you how desperate I was.
Yes.
Huh?
Go ahead, sir. We don't like to knock on this show.
Guess who called in and said he was going to be a guest on his show?
On Craig's show?
Yes. No, well, Blind Mike called in.
Oh, jeez. Bob Martin.
And he said he was going to be a guest on WKAT.
Who, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Maybe he'll get his own show.
Well, maybe he'll get his own jingle first.
And here's just something else going back to the track. maybe we could have Phil Saltzman, inside source man. A couple of days ago, apparently a horse lost a race, and the trainer was so upset with the horse that the trainer went up and punched his horse in the face. That's true, Bert. Don't be laughing.
Well, it's pretty funny.
Well, yeah, if you were the horse, though, you wouldn't be laughing.
Funny? It's not funny. It's pathetic.
Exactly. So that did happen. Maybe we can find out from Phil if he can find out if any action was taken against the trainer.
Or the horse.
The poor horse.
Yeah. Horse was suspended for running too slow.
The next two things here kind of like go hand in hand. I hate to admit this, but there was a porno movie that I saw not too many weeks ago.
Oh, the one with Rob Lowe in it?
Well, no.
I hear they're selling it at Blockbuster.
And I swear to you, this is true. There's a female porno star that resembles a strong resemblance to our friend, Sandy. I don't know, maybe if she's looking for other career moves here. But trust me, Steve can probably verify this story.
Yeah, Steve would know because he's seen every one of them.
Exactly.
I've only seen 2 out of every 3.
And finally,
I've only seen the ones with Peter North recently.
When you get that Rob Lowe tape,
yeah,
and you review it for us.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it on the air.
Are you going to give us like a blow-by-blow?
Well, as close as we can, yeah. As long as the plantation police aren't listening.
Well, that I can only say. Good day.
Okay, wonderful. 20 after 1 at WIOD.
Say 1, 2. Okay, I think we got. Let me get a little bit more compression going here. Because I'd love to hear myself the gravel. I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. Boy, what the hell am I talking about?
Oh, my.
It was better than I thought.
See, if people knew you hit the cart. You had no CD in the machine.
No, I had a CD in there, but I punched it up to cut 5. I started it, and I hit the pause button instead of the play button. It went back to 1. So I had to punch up 05 again, hit it on pause to get it queued up, and then I started it just anywhere because we never heard this cart before, okay?
That's right.
And then through the miracle of that blue cap, man, the guy just comes through. I can't believe it. Boy, that cart's probably going to get worn out. I'll probably have to have several copies of that. That's a classic. They'll be asking you to borrow that on stations all over this market, The man himself might actually want to hear that, I'm going to make like triple X's on there, just make a special marking so we know.
Say 1, 2. Okay, I think we got. Let me get a little bit more compression going here.
And by the way, before we finish this, later we might let him talk up Fly's eyes. Okay.
I'd love to hear myself the gravel. I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. Boy, what the hell am I talking about?
Oh, God. That was beyond. Why don't we just put that on an endless loop and play it over again for 24 hours? We get a 400 share doing that, you know what? People would be on the phone calling everybody, calling their relatives in Orlando and everywhere. Oh, man, that is incredible. That was shocking. In fact, if you look up shocking in the dictionary, that cart will be right opposite the word, okay? It's 1:23 at WIOD. Wings Plus, man, I am in love with it. Now, I'm sure that the Buffaloes... 1:25 at WIOD, and the Boca Puker is getting a little practice early today.
How did you know?
Because that's what it says on the screen. It says Boca Puker. Didn't you introduce yourself?
No, I didn't.
Well, by now, Nick knows who you are.
Okay.
And so does the rest of the world.
Yeah, well, what's with that guy, Nick, anyway?
What do you mean, what's with him? He has to do the Kane show every day. Isn't that enough, sir?
Well, yeah, it seems like when Kane comes on, he turns into a gorilla or something,
Well, that's the idea.
My son tried calling, 6 times yesterday, wouldn't let him on. All I want to do is tell Nick that he makes me puke.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
By the way, as they say in the network business, he said the feeling is mutual. 126 at WIOD. We have an open line in Boca, 278-9463. 278-WIOD. A lot of really sensitive chronics out there, you know, but tomorrow's the 1st of June. It's the first day of a brand new month, so...
Chronic Day.
Even, maybe somebody we know would like to give us a jingle. I like the way that starts.
Everybody doing the WZTA twist. All the DJs are moving to the WZTA twist.
Yes, they want to. Okay, I think we got to. Let me get that a little bit more.
Biggie Nevins and Buddy Holiday are doing the whacker twist.
Compression going here, because I love to hear myself the gravel.
Let's twist. The WZTA twist. Let's twist. The WZTA twist.
I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City.
Midnight and Rick Shaw are doing the WZTA twist.
Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio. Down, come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of the... What the hell am I talking about?
The WZTA twist. Let's twist. The WZTA twist.
I don't even know. Well, I tell you what. Here's another great song on your great radio station. Hey, it's rock and roll, baby.
Connor's Buddy Holiday and Bobby Lyons are doing the whacker twist.
I bet you Mike loves this, huh?
Doing the
Oh.
whacker twist.
You have no
It
idea.
could be his favorite jingle.
Hey, Miami, let's twist.
Okay, one more time for the West Coast.
They want to. Okay, I think we got to. Let me get a little bit more compression going here, because I love to hear myself the gravel. I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. What the hell am I talking about?
You couldn't drop a rodent hair in there. It's just incredible.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, man. Well, something
hair.
like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't drop a Rob Lowe pubic hair in that space there. That's how tight it is. 129 at WIOD. Miami, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
I've got a Disney spy report.
Oh, is he out on the course now? What's he on, about the 8th hole?
No, a Walt Disney spy report.
Oh, okay.
I spent Memorial Day weekend up at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And
by the way, don't anybody call in the building for Mike Disney or any of the other head honchos. They're all busy playing golf. They had a rough holiday weekend.
And don't take this the wrong way.
Yes, but
I noticed that a lot of the guys who work there are a little fey.
At Disney World, you just noticed that?
I mean, every ride we went on, the guy at the front of the car was like, and this is the world of energy.
That's correct.
And even the women who worked there looked a little butch.
A little fey, yeah.
I don't want to make any,
In fact, when you get to the Magic Kingdom, they say, what are you fey?
I've been there a dozen times.
In the Wild West Kingdom there, they got Fay Wayne.
Up until this trip, I never noticed.
You never noticed that? I've always noticed that. In fact, there used to be a joke that maybe it was like a prerequisite or something.
Yeah, it's common knowledge, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen.
I mean, and they play up this big thing, we're the family-oriented thing.
Oh, so what's wrong with that?
No, it's not wrong, but it's just like, well, I don't know. Okay. That's why I said
it's
don't
all
take
in the family, sir.
That's why I said don't take it the wrong way.
I don't take it the wrong way. It doesn't bother me.
Okay, anyway.
If it doesn't bother you.
We were at MGM Studios.
Yes.
And we're waiting in line. And the sun is like death. I mean, this weekend was the hottest weekend in Orlando this year.
Mm-hmm.
And we're waiting for like an hour to get on this little 10-minute ride. And the guy comes out to the front on his little microphone and he says, so how are we all doing in the Florida sun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everybody was like groaning. And
well, what do you expect with people to hang around with mice and ducks and fairies all day? What do you expect?
So after all the groaning stopped, just for the hell of it, I shouted out, "I'm dying over here!" And you wouldn't believe the scattered applause I got.
No, come on.
No, the people, the way the applause was, they must have been a few Neelys up there.
Yeah?
Because they knew what I was talking about when I yelled, "I'm dying over here."
Maybe some of the help.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's always fun, you know.
Have you been there yet?
Oh, you mean to the MGM? No.
Yeah.
No, I was supposed to be there, but of course,
somebody
Lynn
stole it.
Douchebag in our sales department appropriated that weekend for some other business, so, you know. Anytime I'm supposed to have a vacation or go away or do something on my own, they decide that that's the time for me to go do a remote, you know. It's true. It's a true story. I had it set up weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had
that little snot-nosed douchebag in the sales department screwed up my life again, which is her greatest area of expertise.
Okay, so...
You're the hardest person to find a date for to do a remote. You're just the hardest person.
And, you know, she'll give you one day, which will be, with my luck, it'll be the only day of the year that I can't do it on, and she gives me a big song and a dance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now, who am I supposed to mail my Blockbuster card to?
Mail it to Rob Lowe.
Okay.
He may need it.
Okay, Neil.
See ya.
Have a nice day.
1:30. Well, evidently, Rob might need it because he's big into video. 1:32 at WIOD. We have an open line in Palm Beach, which is pretty amazing, at 655-WIOD. 655-9463. Oh, here's one we should have played on Monday.
I'll be alone each and every
when Rick Weaver was here promoting Dolphin football, right? Which is right around the corner. He's kind of like catching himself in midstream there, you notice? Just he doesn't want to step on him again, like Bobby Darin. Look what happened to Bobby Darin.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. So all you amateur DJs out there, don't start stepping on the artist because bad repercussions could occur.
You betcha.
And then you'll have to take the blame for it. 1:33 at WIOD, and Shell's, South Florida's favorite restaurant for the best shellfish anywhere, has added fresh char-grilled fish to their menu.
They have?
Yes, they have. And Shell starts each day looking over the freshest fish available in South Florida and chooses only the very freshest, healthiest fish to serve you each night. In fact, they got the fish doctor who comes in with a little white coat and an stethoscope, and he sticks it right there in their gills, you know, and if they're okay, then they're okay. And Shell's butchers these fish into fillets weighing 3/4 of a pound, portions big enough to be called steaks, and then brushes them with a light marinade made with fresh rosemary, thyme, and saffron, and grills it to highlight the delicate fresh fish flavors. The best and freshest fish in South Florida is also some of the most affordable fish, as Shell's is serving those 3/4 pound portions of fresh dolphin, only $7.95, and 3/4 pound portions of yellowfin tuna or swordfish, only $9.95. A ridiculously low price. Shell's, a real seafood experience at dockside prices with 5 locations all over to South Florida to serve you, including the Shell's in Kendall. That's on 117th and Sunset in the TJ Maxx Plaza, just a half-mile north of Kendall Drive.
Hi, this is Steve Kane, inviting you to join me on the next Steve Kane Show, when my guest will be controversial Spanish radio talk show host Felipe Rivera, recently fired. That's on the next Steve Kane Show, 2 o'clock, 610 WIOD.
The fastest boats in the world face off at speeds up to 200 miles per hour this weekend, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Miami Marine Stadium. It's the 19th annual Miami Budweiser Hydroplane Regatta, South Florida's biggest and most exciting sports event. Get your tickets now and make plans to see some of the world's most famous hydroplanes scream into action. Time trials take place all day Friday and Saturday, and the main event starts promptly at noon on Sunday. And as an added attraction, there'll be a water ski show presented by the Greater Miami Ski Club at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Tickets are just $15 and good for both Saturday and Sunday's action. Children under 12 are free Saturday and just $5 on Sunday. Get your tickets now while good seats still remain at Miami Marine Stadium or at Gate 14 at the Orange Bowl. And bring the entire family to Miami Marine Stadium this weekend for the speed, the sensation, the spectacle of the fastest hydroplane boats in the world, going for it all in the 19th annual Miami Budweiser Hydroplane Regatta. Be there.
Okay, 1:35 at WID. Now, see, these are the toughest 10 minutes of the show because nobody wants to talk to us during these 10 minutes.
That's right.
This is what you call building a Frankenstein's monster.
And it throws them off when you answer their phone because they're holding on.
Put me back on hold for the lightning round because all I can say is we're dying over here.
Yeah.
It's all those pseudo-intellectuals from New York, you notice? Those real sophisticates. The only thing they can say, dying over here. Miami, hello.
Hello, Neil. How you doing today?
We're dying over here, sir.
Sounds terrific. Neil, I'm a New York Mets fan.
You are?
Yes, and I'm calling
well,
you
that's great.
To congratulate you.
Good game last night.
And, yeah, we did terrible. That's okay. I'm calling to congratulate you and your Chicago Cubs for doing so well.
So far.
So far, but I will be calling you back in September.
Yeah.
When they are where they're supposed to be.
See, we even have the right music for it.
I appreciate that.
Okay, well, just as long as we're, a half a game ahead of the Mets, it'll be okay with me.
Well, it'll be for a short period of time, but I give you the opportunity to...
To gloat now.
Right. Because
Okay.
I'm going to rag on you later.
Okay.
But I do hate Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner.
Well, you have good taste, sir. And I'll tell you who's even worse is Fran Healy.
Oh, for the Yankees?
No, he does the Mets games on the
that's right,
on
the
Sports
radio,
Channel.
that's right.
No, he doesn't do radio. He does the Mets games that you don't see because you don't have a Sports Channel.
Oh, I do have a Sports Channel.
Do you get Mets games?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's on there.
I like Harry Carey. I was in Chicago in 1985.
Yeah.
And for a weekend, and I saw 2 Cubs games, and it was incredible. Great stadium out there.
Yeah, nobody like him.
All right, Neil, take care of yourself.
See ya.
Bye-bye now.
137 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade at 751-9463. And, of course, I've become such a fanatic Cubs fan. I used to like last night when Mitch Williams struck out the last Braves batter and the Cubs won, and Harry always says, Cubs win, he's screaming. But before that, on a strikeout, he always says, he struck him out. I don't hear it anymore because I'm screaming. So I scream over it. So I guess I should tape it, shouldn't I?
Huh?
Anyway, it's why I knew you'd be very heavily in it. Well, he's not your type, Let's go to a mobile in Miami. Hello.
He's not his type.
No.
Boy, what is it? I guess Phoebe's his type.
Like Ross.
Well, that's is Peter North his type?
You'd have to ask him.
Bird, what do you say?
No.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
You know what he looks like?
Uh-huh.
He knows all those pornograph stars, sir.
He knows all those pornographic guys,
You got it.
The answer is still no.
Really, but if you decided that...
His type is more like River Phoenix with long flowing hair who could be anything you name it.
What?
I'll tell you what, I defy you to find a girl with a bigger chest than Peter North.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to be honest here.
Well, he does have a massive chest, but at least,
Hey, well,
It's in the right proportion, though.
I've been trying to call you for a while about Alice, our buddy Alice.
Alice?
He was.
What's she doing now?
Cookies. You should go on Sandy's show for that. But anyway, he had a show on one time about this lady who was some dating expert. This was a couple weeks ago, and she was sitting there and she was saying, "Now, Al, if you were in the supermarket and some girl came up to you and she said blah blah blah," and she was going on, and I'm thinking to myself, if a girl came up to Al in the supermarket, he'd probably puke. Well, what is this lady? I mean,
yeah, Al would take his cart and run over to the fresh fruit market.
And he's going, well, it doesn't happen that often. I'm like, no kidding, guys. I'm like, I don't know.
Now, one thing about Alice, boy, he sure got everybody fooled.
Yeah. What did he think? You got him fooled though with that game. What did you think? Everybody. I couldn't care less. I don't care what.
Have a nice life. 21 till 2 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade. 751-9463. 751. Well, yeah, but I mean, let's, it's one thing to beat around the bush a little bit. It's another thing just to lay a giant egg right in the middle of the radio, okay? Oakland Park, hello. Yeah, this is what, yes.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
You want us to hold on?
Neil.
What?
Hello.
Yes.
Is a bird there?
No.
Can I speak to him?
Yes.
A bird?
What do you want?
Listen, Steve Kane's getting kind of ponderous.
Well, he's standing right in the other room now, so take your best shots.
Yeah, his show is getting pretty ponderous. It's the only good excuse I got to listen to music anymore.
Oh, geez, here we go.
I was wondering if it'd be possible to get the bird to fill in for Steve Kane next time he's on
I'm
vacation.
sure Steve would be delighted to answer. If he had a microphone, he'd be delighted. Well, he's going to use the birds, which will make you feel better.
How are you doing, sir? I hear you're a big fan.
Yeah, I've been listening to you for years.
For years?
Yeah.
Well, you have good taste, sir.
Yeah, I agree. But don't.
So what is it you were saying behind my back that you want to say to my face?
When he was in the other room, sir?
No, what I was saying is I thought you'd make an excellent sidekick for Neil.
I thought I heard the word ponderous somewhere, sir.
Ponderous.
Did I hear the word? I mean, I might have mistaken what you said as I was walking through the hallway.
Yeah.
Did I hear the words ponderous come from your mouth?
Did you see the bumper sticker that says "Mung Believable"?
Sir, are you addressing
you
the
notice
question
he's not
I'm
even
asking you?
speaking to him at all?
So I would hate to think
that you're being evasive.
Well, I would hate to think, not that being evasive is one thing, but I would hate to think that you were this big ballsy guy when nobody was around behind their back, but then when you came face to face with them that you would kind of back off like a whimpering coward, sir.
Well, yeah, ponderous is ponderous. I mean, come on.
Yes, I get that feeling in talking to you, sir.
Okay,
yes.
sir, nice
Thank
call.
you for your call.
141 at WIOD.
Hi, how are you today?
It's great. Now, they've been great today. They have been absolutely incredible.
What's going on with this nasty stuff? You come and you talk to me, starts to pee down the
Well, no, he just tried to pretend he doesn't know you're there, don't you? You weren't talking loud enough. You just weren't loud enough. 142 at WIOD.
How do you do that? I can't do that.
We're just going to have to assert ourselves a little more here. I guess that's what it is. Boy, I feel almost human today. Show's almost over.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Steve has got that Felipe Rivero coming in, which I just can't believe. I just can't believe it. Just one of the most, Fez, the only word that I can think of when I think of it. No, I'm not saying, I don't even want to see him, okay? He's like walking excrement is what he is, okay? Yeah, he sure does, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a lot of strikes against me in his book, I'll tell you that. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Hello, I want to hope for the lightning round.
Okay, hold on, sir. Good call. Good call. That's the best we're going to hear of on that line.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. We got 3 people holding already for the lightning round.
We
Didn't
do?
I tell you? Well, let's do the break now. We'll get it over. These people don't want to talk. It's, they're getting antsy. They want to do. We're dying over here.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, anybody from out of town, I think the lightning round is probably a good public service. The Chamber of Commerce doesn't like it too well, but it's a real good lesson for you of what this town is. It's like a microcosm of this entire community.
All in like 15 minutes. It's really great. You can get the
really
whole...
like in 15 seconds in any individual call. It's like a little microcosm, if I could find that cart. Boy, we got so much. They must have brought in 8,000 carts here today, didn't they?
I know.
They went nuts. I can never find this. Oh, here it is. It says "were" and it's spelled W-H-E-R-E. We're dying over here. This is Chronic Production. Okay, so they did great work, but they don't spell too well.
Dying over here.
Yeah.
There's an H in there.
W-H-E-R-E. Yeah, we're dying over here. Oh, man, talk about brain surgeon they hire. No wonder the weekends are a disaster here.
Wow.
143, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 in Hollywood is the #1 Toyota dealer in the Southeast and the #4 volume sales Toyota dealer in the entire country. How do you like that? So that should give you a pretty good idea of just how popular Toyota of Hollywood is. And the reason they became so infamous is because they give you great deals, they treat you like a human being, they give you excellent service, and they have an award-winning service department. Put it all together, it means satisfied customers who come back time and time again to trade and deal at Toyota of Hollywood. Don't forget right now the Toyota rebates from the factory are humongous, up to $2,500 rebates on some model Toyotas. So now is the smart time during the dog days for you to find your best deal. And don't forget the used car lot right across the street on 441. And mark the date on the calendar now, Saturday, June 24th. The ganze Mishpacha, the whole bunch of us, we're going to be over there at Toyota of Hollywood. Whatever, the time I'm not sure, but whenever Lynn decides will be convenient for her, we will be there on the 24th of June. So mark the date on the calendar. We're going to have some really special things. We're going to give away the Bill McQuaig business cards, which could be collector's items in themselves. In fact, what you can do is you can take half of the Blockbuster video card and tape it to half of the Bill McQuaig card. You'll have a collector's item worth millions someday.
Yeah.
That's Toyota of Hollywood on 441, just south of Sheridan in Hollywood.
This is Steve Kane for the East Coast Fisheries Restaurant and Market. More than just a restaurant, the East Coast Fisheries are commercial fishers. They have a fleet of 38 boats that go out every night and come in and bring in all that great fish. Every morning, the fish you eat at East Coast Fisheries Restaurant and Market today was swimming within the last 24 hours. What delicious fish it is, that fresh blackened sea trout with a roasted red pepper sauce. My personal favorite, fried grouper, so fresh, so tasty, so crunchy and delicious. And, of course, the Olympic salmon from an award-winning recipe, fresh king salmon cooked with just a hint of smoke and a delicious white wine sauce. You are going to really love that one. If you're into seafood, you're not going to find it fresher or better than at the East Coast Fisheries Restaurant and Market, located at the intersection of West Flagler at North River Drive on the river under the Flagler Street Bridge in downtown Miami. They're open for lunch and dinner. When you're in there, be sure to tell them you heard it on the Steve Kane Show.
You know what I mean? 146 at WIOD, and anyway, it's that time. I guess we just can't put it on. I'm so content now, like Bossy the Cow. We had a great lunch.
Yeah.
I had a little piece of Andy's birthday cake.
You have the energy
Todd
to do
did
this?
not come by. Didn't even say goodbye. He's probably gone by now.
There's no food in here.
Huh?
There's no food in here.
Yeah, he was working on a birthday cake, I think.
Just a little joke. Now, you have the energy to do this.
It's not a little joke. It's serious. It's a shot. Oh, look at that. Todd came in the control room just to say hello to you because he hasn't seen you today.
Yeah, I know.
Just to wave hi and say hi. See, he doesn't need food. Of course, he didn't come, like, inside because he knows the food is long gone. But that's okay. We understand. What were you going to say?
Now, do you have the energy to do this lightning round?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Now you get ready. You got the buzzer in there.
Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing. I'm not going to do
well,
anything.
you had your fingers on that picture of Spike Weiser.
Well,
I thought you were going to do like a Ouija board.
Don't you understand?
Yeah.
The upside-down picture
Yeah,
of
that fits so perfectly, man.
Bill
So
Indigo
perfectly.
Boy Wise. There it is.
Talk
There
about
it
an
is.
ego. Talk about getting
Incredible.
carried away with yourself. And after those trends... Okay, let's start in Dade County. Hello.
Cut Steve Kane in half and send it to me.
Hey, that's an idea. Palm Beach, hello.
Glenn, can I have some rolling papers?
Dade County, hello.
Hi, I'm Ann Bishop, and I'm still constipated.
Dade County, hello.
It might not be as bad as everyone thinks.
Pretty amazing start today, huh?
Yeah, weird.
You sure you want to go through with this?
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts.
Broward, hello.
Yes, WIOD.
Those are my favorites.
Oh, man, he must have been calling from Plant City.
Yeah, I like those.
Palm Beach, hello.
Yeah, hi, I'm Elmer and Tell's Love Child.
That's almost as good as the Rob Lowe story, isn't it? Broward County, hello.
Neil, who is that jerk that thinks a face-to-face confrontation is over the phone?
Dade County, hello.
Steve Kane and Bill are douchebags that made you up.
Oh, the bat line is ringing again.
Oh, great.
Should we take it?
Well, just have your hand.
Hello.
Lightning.
That was the hotline?
Yeah, the bat line. Probably from inside the building.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, since Denenberg lost those 2 inches. Boca, hello.
Mayor Cox is queer.
Oh, that's Mr. S.
Yeah.
Mr. S again. By the way, also, if he shows up at Toyota of Hollywood, we'll have him personally escorted away. They got a special pickup truck to take him away on. Dade County, hello.
Neil, I'm not ready. You caught me with my hoagie in my mouth.
Or something, yeah. Broward, hello.
Big flower, please. Big flower.
What?
I don't know. I don't
Dade
want
County,
to know.
hello.
Does Rob Lowe?
Palm Beach, hello.
Can you pass the pepper?
Oh, sick. Did you hear that?
Yes.
That was disgusting. There's another call on the bat line. Hello.
Lightning, I got cut off before.
You know, you idiots who think we're going to put you on hold, even on the bat line, are you out of your minds?
Who
It's the
is
lightning
that?
round. He wants to be put on hold. Are you some kind of a moron? And it was from inside the building, I think. How do you like that?
Does that tell you anything?
Sounded like Bill Mullen to me. Broward, hello.
Your green grocer with your tip for the day.
Dade County, hello. That was it? Oh, boy. He just caught me in between the chortles there, I get. Oh, that was so weak. You know, to have to waste 20 seconds to let the delay build up again for that. At least if you're going to do something filthy, do it creative, okay? Nobody else hears it, but at least we'd like to enjoy it. That was so weak, wasn't it?
I just keep thinking about those hotline
He must
calls.
have seen Guyana race one times too many.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was his problem. Broward, hello.
Hi, congratulations to Alice. He now owns a Corvette.
Yeah. Oh, did he say he owns a Corvette?
Yes, he did.
Isn't that nice? I wonder what color it is. Dade County, hello.
Those people are assholes.
Boca, hello.
It's falling, and I can't get it up.
That was from Boca.
Yeah. Dade County, hello. Best call in Dade so far. Broward, hello.
Satellite dish provocateur.
That's me. Palm Beach, hello.
Things are not good.
Oh, that sounded like Tricky Dick Jr.,
Been
didn't
a
it?
long
Yeah.
time.
Dade County, hello.
You're a dick.
Boca, hello.
Get back on your diet, you oinker.
Palm Beach.
Oh, I wish I was a little bar of soap.
Oh, God, if only I would have known, you know? And the
Yeah.
bat line is ringing again. Is this Denenberg again?
Uh-oh.
Since he had the operation, man, he just can't control himself. Hello? Oh, they hung up.
Thank God.
I think he got caught with his pants down. Dade County, hello.
Yes, I called yesterday about the menage a trois.
Yeah. Broward, hello.
John, get back to work.
Dade County, hello.
Neil, you're a schmedrick.
Broward, hello.
Is this the Doug Kirk show?
I don't know about that, sir.
Dade County, hello.
Want to get online?
Yeah, good luck to you, sir. With your speed, you ought to be like in the express lane. Boca, hello.
It's about a little dog named Snub.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was ponderous.
It may have been. It could be. It was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, I think he had a point, though.
Well,
I think it was worth considering for a few seconds. We might actually play this again.
Say, want to? Okay, I think we got let me get a little bit more compression going here. Because I'd love to hear myself the gravel. I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. Well, what the hell am I talking about?
Yeah. Okay, 152 at WID. That I tell you, they're going to be talking about that from coast to coast. That may make it on Maury Pupik's show, you know?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Broward, hello.
Neil, the bagels went up 2 cents again.
Dade County, hello.
What do you think of the S as a whole?
Palm Beach, hello.
Ralph, Mary Kay wants you back in the office.
Broward, hello.
Harvey and McBean are God.
Oh, is that Spike Wise?
Yeah,
Any chance he gets, man.
Yeah.
He's just desperate. And of course, we saw the trend, so we can understand why. Dade County, hello. Broward, hello.
The Cubs should pick up Tommy John.
Boca, hello.
Oh, yeah, this is the Colonel from the classic rock. Hey, are you guys?
Dade County, hello.
Steve Kane makes me pee.
Okay, big Steve Kane fan club on the lightning round today. Dade County, hello.
Oh, I don't even want to know what I'm talking about.
Boca. No, they're there. It just takes a little while.
Wait a second.
Hello?
Like a lapse.
Okay. There goes that bat line again. Hello.
I say we match up Rob Lowe and the Dorp Lady and let the Boca Puker watch.
That's going to be next Thursday on a Kane show. Dade County, hello.
You bastard.
Good call. Broward, hello.
Yes, the reason the birds hung like a second grader because Neil bit it off.
Dade County, hello.
I thought queers liked poppers.
Broward, hello. Broward. Boy, they're just getting choked up. Boca, hello.
It sucks.
Palm Beach, hello.
Hey, Henry, open up another bottle.
Dade County, hello.
This is Alice. Any calls for me?
Palm Beach.
Oh, what the hell am I doing over here?
The bat line.
Jeff Clark uses a Kermit the Frog toothbrush.
That was from inside the building.
Yeah, inside the building. Okay, does that tell you how much work they're getting done back there?
Yeah, they're really
heavy
busy.
duty in that sales department, man.
Boy.
Really on the stick. Dade County, hello.
You gay caballero.
Broward, hello. Good call.
That was
Broward, hello.
Bird, come on, wherever you are.
Leave me
Palm
alone.
Beach, hello.
He's more your type than mine.
2 in a row.
I told you, man, you're the talk of the city.
Leave me
By the way,
alone.
Todd, you don't have to worry. He said you're not his type. Dade County, hello.
Salespeople are assholes.
Oh, that was in Broward. We just want to make sure we attribute. It's not important, but, you know.
No, the people
everybody
keeping
gets the
track.
proper credit. Yeah, they have a chart that they keep, like pitchers chart, pitches in a ball
Sure.
game. Dade County, hello.
Dad, all these carpenters are douchebags.
Palm Beach.
Cal Neiman loves Dick Drott.
Dade County, hello.
Folks.
Oh, that must have been a call from Disney we were waiting for. Broward, hello.
Alice does wear a condom.
Broward, hello.
Have a smack my day.
Oh,
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
That was, do you know what that was, do you?
No, no clue. I have no idea.
So just to be on the safe side, it couldn't have been all that good, you know?
No, well, it wasn't anything I could tell.
You sure?
I didn't get anything out of it at all.
I think it was something vulgar in Swahili or something. I'm not sure. Dade County, hello.
Oh, this is called Papa, and I'm got that.
Boy, they are really good today, aren't they? Palm Beach.
Ja, Sinn, Sporn, Disfern,
See, like I told all you tourists out there who don't understand the area, if you listen to this part of the show every day for like 10, 15 minutes, it gives you a perfect outlook on what this whole market is about. Isn't it?
Oh,
It's like a little microcosm of what this town is all about. Broward.
I'm Watson over here.
Okay. Did I read what part? Second from the bottom, like a virgin, with Joe Zagacki singing like a virgin to a ballroom crowd. Hank Goldberg hosted the 610 WIOD-sponsored Breakfast of Champions to benefit the Leukemia Society. Over $15,000 was raised to attendees breakfasted with South Florida sports celebrities May 3rd.
See, you listen to that show every day.
Is there anything about anybody else in here? I see the sports people got a little plug, and Ranieri got a little thing here.
There must be some stuff.
No, there's not.
Nothing about it?
No, there's a thing about the ratings, but it doesn't, it just doesn't mention our names in here at all. This is, again, Boy Gary's newsletter, and once again, we didn't make it, okay?
No, we never make it.
What is that? Larry, and that's marvelous, okay? Let's go to Broward. Hello. We didn't make the newsletter again, okay?
Never.
We only got 85 minutes. What?
The birds of milk toast.
Okay, good point. Hotline, hello. Isn't that pathetic? They even hang up on a bad line? Boca, hello.
Nick's a puke bag.
That's your big fan in Boca. That's the Boca puker. Dade, hello.
Felipe Rivero es un comunista.
Oh, I like that call, sir. Call us anytime, okay? 2-3 times a day. Dade County, hello.
Doesn't get any better than Davy.
Palm Beach.
Hey, big guy, Lee Feller with the big 2 to 3 hour today on.
Boy, he thought he was just going to be like a half an hour. Dade County, hello.
Hello, Neil. Have you seen my Pepto-Bismol?
Broward, hello.
Oh, Rob, you shouldn't have.
All right.
A familiar voice. What's that? No, but that's for appearances, but that has nothing to do with about anything going on in the station. No, it's like we don't... Yeah, you're in there with one on Toyota of Hollywood, but it's like we don't even exist. It's like we don't even exist, okay, in the Boy Gary newsletter. He should only hang himself with his suspenders, okay, on his way back to Louisville. He's a mung-brain, a douchebag, and besides that, wouldn't know... Huh? Is he packing now? Good. We'll pack him sandwiches and...